Hello, good evening, and welcome to another Sunday sit back. And we have got lots to get through. I hope you're all well and all having a good weekend. We've got Arron joining us very shortly as well, so that should be a blast. So, what can we say? Let's get straight into it. Let's get straight into it, people. But before I do, big up Kawaja as well. Marvelous mod for what you do, my friend. Thank you very much indeed. So, big up to Kawaja. Yeah, there's some big games coming up, my friend. Massive games coming up. Nicholas, big up to you, my friend. Big up to you, and big up to everyone that's in tonight. It's the Sunday sit back. It's the Sunday sit back. And what can I say? What can I say apart from I knew it was going to be difficult. Sunderland away was going to be difficult. They wasn't at the top. They're not where they are in the league through fluke. They're in there because mainly their home form. Their home form is brilliant. I thought we got out muscled in a lot of areas. I thought the first half was lackluster. I didn't think we was creative enough. I didn't think we was forceful enough, and we was beaten in a lot of departments in the first half. Sunderland deserved their 2-2, 100%. Second half we came out. Yeah, we came out on the front foot. It was a lot better, a massive improvement. Couldn't get any worse. Couldn't get any worse. And as I said in my title, how is the best team in Europe and the best team in the world and one of the top 5 managers in the world, how are we going to Sunderland and drawing 2-2? How? How does it happen? I'll tell you how it happens. It happens very, very simply. Our squad is not as good as people think it is. Pure and simple. Pure and simple. We haven't got an out-and-out backup number 9. We haven't got an out-and-out baller in midfield. We've got Declan Rice. And we've got a bang average number 6 in Zubamendi. And I keep telling people about him. And you saw for yourself. He's bang average. He's bang average. I don't know where we're getting this world-class Zubamendi. I don't know where people are getting world-class from. If you're putting people on world-class status, then we shouldn't be going 2-2 at Sunderland, should we? And this is what I'm trying to say, people. So, yeah, but big up everyone that's in. Joseph, big up you legend. Big up DJB. Seen AFTV. Have Saka and Rice at 8 out of 10. Yesterday, they always say they play amazing no matter what game. Yeah, listen, just don't go down the road. Listen, I don't even bother tuning into them. It's craziness. It's craziness. There was moments in the second half where I thought Saka was impressive. He took his goal very, very well. I'm not taking that away from him. And he had one of his better games, to be fair. But 8 out of 10? No, not at all. Not at all. Big up, Lawrence. Hope you well, my brother. DJB, what do you make of the video that's gone viral of Ty from AFTV getting manhandled by the stewards at Sunderland yesterday? I've not seen it yet, my friend, so I can't really comment on it. So I will have to have a little look at it myself and then comment on it perhaps on another show. But I haven't seen it yet, brother. I haven't seen it yet. But yeah, if that was the case, he must have been doing something outrageous, to be honest with you. Well. The Blue Sharks are now 4 points behind. Yes, we're going to get into it. As I said to you before, people, I've been slated. I was told that we was going to win more or less. The league was more or less going to be over by January. That's what I was told. I was also told that this squad is hard to beat. Can't even score against us. Teams are struggling even to score against us, let alone take 3 points off of us. I said, we'll see. Man City are dead, finished. They've only got Haaland. Well, that went well today, didn't it? Because I saw other players other than Haaland today. Haaland missed a penalty. Was Doku outstanding today against Liverpool? Come on, people. Come on. We've got to stop looking and we've got to stop being blind and being disrespectful for teams like Man City and a great manager like Pep. If you think this season's won, if you think we've won this league at a canter, then think again. Absolute madness. 21 in the building, guys. Make sure you're smashing the likes, please. If you'll make sure you've put a like on the channel, it does help. But no, I'm sorry, I can't be doing with it. Oh, Man City only got Haaland. I saw 2 or 3 players today. So you tell me, because I tell you what, Man City in attacking third, in an attacking sense, is far more prolific than Arsenal. Going forward, Man City are better than Arsenal. That's a fact. Look at the goal difference. Look at the points. 4 points behind. If we don't beat Tottenham, there you go. Yeah, like the streams, peeps. Come on, guys, get it up. But welcome all in. What I made of Sunderland, exactly what I said. Sunderland are very physical. They didn't show us any respect. They got in amongst us. And I thought we was going to be brave. I thought we was going to stand up to it. Some parts we did. But to be honest with you, we didn't. In a lot of areas, we got out-bullied. And then when we go 2-1 up, he brings on a defender, tries to shut up shop. Everton FC, sitting on it. Did Man City sit on a 2-goal lead today? Did Man City sit back today? What did Pep do today? Did he bring on defenders, shut up shop, let Liverpool come onto him? This is what I'm trying to say. When the pressure's on, when you've got to change games, within games, you rely on your manager. What did he do? What did he do when we were 2-1 up? What did he do? Got it wrong. Pure and simple. He got it wrong. Why didn't we play ugly? Why didn't we play the dark arts? Why didn't we play the dark arts? Why didn't we keep the ball? Why didn't we keep possession? Why didn't we go down and make it ugly? Come out of there with a 2-1, stink the place out for the last few minutes or so. Just crazy. Where was the leadership? Where's the leader on the pitch? You're 2-1 up away to Sunderland. Where's your captain? Oh, it's Saka. Is he a captain? Not really. Trossard scored a good goal. Took it very, very well. Thought it was the winner. Everyone's going mad. What you saying there, Mandem? What you saying? What you saying? Come on, what you saying? I know what I'm saying. You're looking across to your manager, Arteta. How can you get out of there with a 2-1 lead? Couldn't do it. And this is what worries me, people. This is what we've been saying week in, week out. When things are going well and everything's rosy, not a problem. When the pressure's on and it starts to slide and things start to get a little bit nervy and you've got to make those in-game management decisions, that is when the problem starts. Joseph, 1797, I think they're being generous. True, Kawaii. If you give me your Instagram address, I'll send you. I'm not on it, so I'm not on any socials, my friend. Not on any socials. I'll catch up with it though, my friend. No problem at all. Doku was amazing for City today. His end product has improved massively. Yeah, but they've only got Haaland, Joseph. Without Haaland, City are nothing. They're 4 points behind the best team in the world, apparently. 4 points behind the best squad in Europe. The best squad we've had since Highbury days. Some were even putting this squad ahead of the Invincibles. Who did we have to come on now in midfield? Oh, Norgard. We had Norgard, didn't we? Yeah, cool. Eze, hello. Anyone seen Eze? Eze? Is he still wearing a Crystal Palace shirt? Because I'm not seeing it. Zubamendi, got to be nice, got to be brave, got to be big, got to stand up. Not even started on the goalkeeper yet, people. Big up the Suge, my friend. Absolute legend. Big up DJB in the chat. Hit the likes and subscribe, of course. Our squad is working class squad on a Rolls-Royce budget. Absolutely. I'd say look at the schedule for Liverpool, City and us. We had the hardest run in at Xmas. Massive. Suge, we've been saying it, haven't we? We've been saying it. I've been saying that this squad is bang overrated. I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know where it's coming from. Squad depth, squad this, squad that. There's 5 players in this squad. 5 players in this squad that I would say are vital to Arsenal Football Club, Suj, and the chat. 5. Timber, Gabriel, Declan Rice, Saka, if you like, and I'm going to go Saliba. They're your 5 players. Other than that, the rest, no different to what we had last season. No different to what we had last season. Trossard is still there. Martinelli's still there. Zubamendi is no better than Partey. Prime Partey last season would get in this team ahead of him. Big up, Suj, man. I feel like DJB, you're going to get shadow banned because he speaks facts. Yeah, probably. But listen, doesn't worry me at all, my friend. And I'll tell you why. It's because I know my football club. And all I'm trying to say is, and I've been saying this, I've been saying it and saying it and saying it. Keep your feet on the ground. There's a long, long way to go. As quick as you're up, you can be down. It's football. It happens. Injuries, suspensions, last minute goal that Sunderland scored, equaliser. Then City go and do a job today. Who'd have thought, eh? Who'd have thought Man City would have seen Arsenal draw away to Sunderland and gone, do you know what? We've got Liverpool tomorrow. Should we freeze? Should we play defensive? Because I know what Arteta would have done. I know what Arteta would have done. He'd have gone for a draw. If we'd have been playing City today and Liverpool would have got drawn or lost against Sunderland and the table was returned, he would have gone to the Etihad today and he'd have put men behind the ball, low block, and he would have tried and frustrate them. What's City do? Nah, we're the home team. Let's really take it to this Liverpool team. I was impressed with them. Did you see the way they were in transition? Did you see the way they were like in tight corners? Foden, a man like this over at the corner flag, getting the ball from defence into attack. I was impressed. But they're washed up, though. They're washed up. They're finished. They've only got Haaland. They're dead. Arteta playing Arron football. We will see. It's a long way to go. Listen, we're still 4 points clear going into November. We're October champions. Let's see where we are into November. And I've been saying it. Look at the table in January. Don't look at it now. Look at it in January. Look at it in January. Bless up, Lee Gunner, man. Bless up the El Capitano. Thank you very much for the raid. Guys, if I've got 115 in the building, I expect 115 likes minimum. Come on, you guys. Come on, you guys. Let's go. 115. But welcome to the Sunday sit back. I'm a little bit annoyed today, people. I'm a little bit annoyed today. I don't react straight after games. I let the dust settle. There's too much going on a Saturday. That's why I always leave it to Sunday for it to all settle down and let it digest. But I'll be honest with you. I called for an Arsenal win yesterday because I thought we might just get out of there with a win. I think I called it 2-0 or 2-1. I think I might have even said Sunderland would score. I thought we'd have come out of there with 3 points. But to be honest, I could tell by the first half Sunderland was in it. And after that first half, I'm thinking they're going to get something from this. They're going to get something from this massively, massively. DJB, it's criminal that Arteta has brought on a defender and not attackers. He invited the pressure. He did all this a year as well. He does not learn. No, he doesn't learn. He doesn't learn. 100% he doesn't learn. Let's talk about their second goal, shall we? What is David Raya doing? What is David Raya doing? Why is he coming out? Why is he coming out like that? What is he doing? Big up Aces. Big up everyone. Mr. Greppin, big up. 2-1 up. 2-1 up. We should have gone there, throats. But once again, he proves that the coward is Arteta. And just as I say that, I've got my man in. There he is. Big up, Arron.
Big
Thank
up,
you.
brother. How you doing, man?
Yeah, well, we've had a league and a race. We've got a few people in the building tonight. Arron, hope you well, brother. Hope you well. I don't know about you, my friend, but there's a couple of things I'm annoyed about. The over anticipation and the over excitement of Arsenal being top, not conceded a goal, clean sheets in 8 games. How I look at it, we may have kept 8 clean sheets, but on the whole, the performances haven't been that brilliant. And I think we got what we deserved yesterday.
Yeah.
I think we've been staggering across the line. Leeds United at home, it was only the second half, really, we got going. Man United away, Liverpool, we all know what that was like. This has been coming. And this is what annoys me, Arron, is we've been on streams and we've been told that the league's going to be won by January, February, we'll be out of sight. Man City, apparently, once Haaland goes, that's it, they're dead. Well, Doku and other players were balling out today. Smashed Liverpool to pieces, really, outplayed them as far as I'm concerned. Give us a little rundown on it all, Arron, because I'm really getting fed up with it all, mate.
Mate, it makes you laugh, doesn't it? Big up to the chat as well. World class chat, man. But yeah, it makes you laugh. There's people out there going, oh yeah, we've already won it. No one can stop us. We've already won it. It's October, well, November now, of course, but it was October when people were saying, yep, that's it, done and dusted. The bookies might as well pay out. We've won it. And you sit there and you think, wow, you're giving it the Barry big bollocks after 10 games, completely and utterly forgetting the context of the last 200 games where we've bottled top 4, bottled the league as leaders, 8 points ahead. We've bottled it, chasing the pack. Last season, we were just pathetic. I mean, we didn't bottle anything. We just weren't in anything. It was embarrassing. Totally forgot the last 200 Premier League games that this manager has absolutely crapped the bed in. But because we're 10 games, 11 games, and we're top, oh yeah, that's it. It's unbelievable. We're hearing, how on earth can you sack Mikel Arteta given this start? What start? We're 4 points ahead, buzzing. I'm cool with that. I'd rather be 4 points ahead than
hang on a minute, Arron.
like last year. Cool, mate. No,
this comment here, we're top, big man, with all the injuries we have. Again, we get one bad result and we revert back to the injuries. But we've got squad depth and the best squad in Europe. Why do injuries matter?
You cannot, out of the same side of your mouth, say Arsenal Football Club have the best squad in the world and then complain about injuries when you draw a game. You just can't do that. Pick one. What one is it? Because all of a sudden we've got the best squad in the world. And people were saying that, by the way, whilst we had a few injured regardless. People were still saying that, we got one more injury in the last week or so. They were still saying this is the best squad in the world. So now it's injuries again. Is it the ref again? What one is it? You can't have both in the same sentence. It just doesn't fucking work. I'm sorry, it just doesn't. Pick one. We all knew. I think it was Shane I messaged. And the second that full-time whistle went, I was like, cue the injury excuses, cue it. Every single person, every single one of them, like, well, we just got loads of injuries and that. All right, let's go through the injuries. Havertz and Jesus. Havertz and Jesus. Well, you wanted Gyökeres to replace Havertz, so them two were just done and dusted anyway. Madueke is a backup player that no one wanted. So what were you even doing there with that? Gyökeres, granted, it's a bit of a pain in the arse, but don't worry. You've got Mikel Merino, the flop midfielder that you signed, who just so happens to get a couple of tap-ins every now and then, and you think it's the answer. So who's really missing? No one. What the problem was yesterday is we had chances and we didn't put them away. Saka had a couple of chances. Eze had a couple of chances. They didn't put them away. That's the difference between Liverpool and Manchester City's title-winning sides. They had Mahrez on the right. Then they had Salah on the right. You see them chances that Saka had. That one where he curled it and it went far of the post. They put them away. Salah puts that away. And you win the game 3-2 or 3-1, whatever, in whatever context. Mahrez does exactly the same. We don't do that. But what they don't do is they don't look at themselves. They don't look in the mirror and go, okay, what did we do wrong? We got 3 corners. Fair dues to Sunderland as well, by the way. Absolutely fair dues to them. We got 3 corners and done sod all with them. Funny that, isn't it? That set pieces were were low in numbers, and we didn't score a set piece goal. Now, granted, we capitalised off of their mistake. We done well for it, 1-0, and then absolute rocket from Trossard. But it's not as if we were tearing them apart. And you said something that resonates with me quite a lot. We have been a 45-minute side for about fucking 2 years, Dean.
Yeah.
We just can't seem to get a 90-minute.
We go over and watch it live, don't we, Arron?
We're horrendous. Sometimes it's just whether it's first half, whether it's second half, but we're almost always horrendous in 145 minutes. That's not good enough. And yesterday, we all knew it. Come on. We were found out. The set pieces weren't set piecing. And guess what? We were caught out. Eze, who's come to be that guy that is going to maybe give you that moment of that pass and that bit of magic, that weren't there. Whereabouts is he? Because he ain't in North London, I can promise you that.
I've been hearing world class. Zubermendi's world class, Arron. He's world class. He's what we need. He's better than Partey. What you want about? It's an upgrade. Blah blah blah. I've not seen it. Tell what.
What's that?
Is it just me, Arron? Because I've not seen it.
Nah. He granted, he done a lot better in the second half against Sunderland, but when you were so shit in the first half, it's a lot easier to make yourself look a little bit better. Now, we did improve in the second half, but again, we need a geezer, especially in them positions, that's going to give you a bit more than 45 minutes per game. World class. I don't see it. I just do not see it. I see a guy that's sloppy as well as good. He's hit and miss. When he's big up Lee, man. When he can make a pass, he does all right. And then he gives the ball away. He's just so 50-50. He's unpredictable. I'm sorry, when you're playing as a 6 or whatever position that he's deployed in, you cannot be constantly giving the ball away. The second anyone pressurizes him, he shits his knickers. He does. It runs down his legs. You can see it. The second he gets pressurized, he don't know what to do. He boots the ball out or misplaces a pass. It's so simple to get to him. And poor Declan Rice. If Declan Rice weren't there, Zubermendi would look absolutely horrendous. He looks average at the minute. Absolutely average. If Declan Rice weren't there to wipe his arse and hold his hand, Zubermendi would be looking absolutely shambolic.
But that's coming, Arron, isn't it? That's coming because for me, Declan Rice looked on his knees, mate. He looked absolutely shattered. So that's coming.
He's knackered, mate. Fair dues to Declan. I'm not even going to criticise him. You could see in that last 5-10 minutes, he was putting his head down. And in his head, he was going, "Come on, just try, get through this." But you can see he's been 100 miles an hour for the last 2 years, with no break from England, with Arsenal. He's been 100 miles out playing through injuries. He looked absolutely knackered, shot to pieces. And guess what? Big up Lee, man.
Big up.
Guess what as well? He wasn't the only one. Bukayo Saka. There was I can't think when it was. It was either late 80s or early 90th minute. And you see Saka running down to the left, and he was right near the not in the Sunderland goal. He wasn't even in camera shot for about the next 30 seconds. He was right there by the byline, and he just was out of it. You could see he was fucking shattered. And sorry, I keep swearing. I'm just pissed off. He was shattered, and he stayed on and finished the game.
You're doing all right,
he stayed on and finished the game. And I'm sitting there thinking, he is at. You say Declan Rice was shot to bits, Bukayo Saka was absolutely devoid of any energy whatsoever. He couldn't muster up even a fast-paced walk, let alone being able to track back and mark and do all etc. Why is he staying on the field? You've got Ethan Walleri on there who can come on for him on the right. You've got Max Dowman if you want to come on the right, just even as extra set of legs. But what does he do? What does he do? He brings on Mosquera. Now, that's no knocking Mosquera. I think he's been good since he's come here. I'm really not knocking Mosquera.
Needed, though, Arron, is it? It's not what we needed.
What? Mate, if you are even going to bring on Mosquera and get another centre-back in there, whatever. But why are you not also adding legs in front of him? You've got Declan Rice in front of him. He's shot to pieces. You've got Saka, who's absolutely shot to bits. Trossard, he's not really the hardest of workers anyway. You've got Eze, who's having an absolute stinker. So everyone in front of him is either knackered or playing shit. So what you do is you take off the only at least outlet that you've got and you just bring on another centre-back. We basically invited them VIP style to just come and go, come on, attack us. Come on, get that second goal. We give it to them. We gifted it to them. Why? Man City of old, well, even of today at the minute, they looking fantastic. They would have won that game 3-1. Liverpool would have probably won that game 3-1. Arsenal shit the bed 2-2.
Or you
And
get
it's
out of there with
massively
a 2-1
important.
win. Where's the dark arts gone? Go down. Make it ugly. Keep possession.
What was
Draw a
Raya and
foul.
Gabriel doing?
Well, what was Raya doing?
What was Raya doing?
Let's get these super chats. Big up the Suge man. Oh, Adam is here. The average height of the stream was reduced by 3 feet. Adam, did you get your kids Happy Meal for dinner? Big up my guy. Big up the Suge man. Yeah, Aaron's fresh from Disney. We got it here as well. Big up, Lawrence. Problem is, players look knackered after Prague, and this manager didn't make a change until the 87th minute. Just let that settle in. 87th minute. We've seen this before. Oh, yes, the first leg against PSG last season. Facts. This is what I'm trying to say. This is hard, man. I mean, the problem is with all of this, a lot of it is carbon copy of what he's done in the past. This is people are saying, oh, you've come on here, you've had, we're top of the league, we're 4 points clear, we've not conceded in 8 games. As soon as it's 2-2, you all start moaning. It's not the fact that we're starting moaning, it's the fact that we're only bouncing off of what people have been saying. When you're getting people turning around and going, world-class manager, world-class squad, best squad in Europe, yeah, going to win the league by January, February. Man City have only got Haaland, this, that. And we've been saying, keep your feet on the ground, because we've been there before. We've seen it with this manager in the past. Just keep it all cool. This is what we're saying. Big up, the Lynch is in as well. Big up, DJ BATA legendary combo, smash the lights. Come on, man. Come on. And Scott Lynham, big up, serious discussions needs to be had on Starboy. Yeah, we're going to get round to the individual players. But big up everyone that's in as well. Make sure that you are subbing to Arron. You know it makes sense. Yeah. Arron, what is your... See, as I was saying in there in the comment, as I was saying in there in the super chats, we're not being negative. We're just jumping on this overreaction that we've had. Because I've been saying, yeah, we are keeping 8 clean sheets. Yes, we are top. But I've not still been convinced. And as you said, we've had moments and 45 minutes here and 20 minute spells there. We've not had a game where we've kicked off, grabbed it by its balls, and just played brilliant for 93 minutes.
Yeah, mate. Do you know what I always sort of go by, and there's no real stats behind it. But do you know sometimes when you just look at a team and you go, do you know what? They're going to win it this year. You know, when you get that feeling, things happen, and you just go, yeah, they've got champions written all over them, haven't they? I haven't seen that. I haven't felt that at all once from this Arsenal team. Now, that's not to knock the fact that, after 11 games, we are 4 points ahead. Fair dues. But really, when you come through all of them games and you break down all the individual ones, you're falling over the line in some of them. Granted, you had a good win against Leeds, etc., etc. Nothing that you didn't expect in the first place anyway. But you're like, we're needing set pieces to win games. Manchester United, that was a real fortuitous win. There's a few of them over there, and you sit there and you think to yourself, this ain't going to carry on.
No.
This just is not sustainable way of it. And fair dues, it's got us to this point at the minute. But I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, we've got 27 more games in the Premier League to go. Can we carry on doing this? Can we carry on sneaking Barca 2-1 wins?
It's not sustainable.
We can't do that. And it's not because of injuries. It's because we're playing the exact same way we've been playing for the last 2.5 years. And it's not a winning formula. If we'd have won the league 2 years ago, I'd have gone, well, do you know what? He's proven that he's got it over the line. Maybe I'll just give it an extra 5 more minutes. Do you know what I mean? Maybe I'm going a bit too negative, let's just say, because guess what? He's won the Premier League before, but he hasn't. All we've seen with this style of football is it's not sustainable, because last year we was absolutely nowhere near anything. Nowhere near. We got to semi-finals. Yeah, that's cool. We lost all 4 games in the semi-finals. We finished second. Yeah, but we was never in a title race. From the second we kicked that ball in the Premier League in August, we was never in a title race.
We was on average last season 7-8 points behind all season.
Mate, the second we kicked that ball, me and you might as well have just ripped up 1,500 quid and threw it.
Well,
So
we was both at the PSG semi-final, weren't we? First leg. We knew after 4 minutes when they scored that the tie was over. When we came out of that ground, we knew the tie was over.
It was done. That's it. Oh yeah, but we beat Real Madrid. That's all you get. So what? Before that, it was Barcelona. That was 10, 15 years ago. You know, the arse-shaving. That was 2-1 there. Yeah. That's all they say. Oh yeah, but you know, we remember them good old days. Yes, so what? We got knocked out. Who cares? Seriously. The PSG was embarrassing. Newcastle took the absolute piss out of us over 2 legs. This style of play, yes, great. We've been getting bastard of victories. Great. But we ain't gonna carry on doing it. What part of this football do you think, for the next 27 games of football, we'll carry on doing this and we'll be absolutely fine? Do you know what was a real disappointing thing, other than the obvious with the Sunderland game, drawing obviously 2 points, keep your lead against Manchester City, was the fact that we've got Tottenham at home and then Chelsea away in our next couple of games. Tricky. North London derby, form goes out the window. And then you've got a Chelsea team who could be absolutely horrendous at Stamford Bridge or be absolutely unbelievable. Yeah. And you think, do you know what? You win that game against Sunderland. If we beat Spurs and you draw away at Chelsea, you think, do you know what? Yeah, whatever. You'll be disappointed because you want to win every game, but you get 4 points out of that. Yeah. Now we have to win both of them. Let's get that absolutely right. This draw against Sunderland has absolutely made sure we need to win both of them games. Because if we have a good result against Tottenham and then a bad one against Chelsea, Manchester City are right up our back doors, D. They're right there. 100%. They're already right there. And we know as well, which is the more frightening thing about Manchester City, is they turn into a different animal come January. The second they start getting to that last 16, 15 games, they could reel off 13 wins and 1 draw out of 15. We've seen them do it time and time and time again.
Well, though, Arron, they've got a manager that's been there and done it.
Yeah, they've only got Haaland. This is what
people don't understand. They've got a manager that's been there and done it, right? This manager now knows that the pressure is on. He's seen that Man City team today, Arteta. He's seen the way they've played. Yeah, he's seen the way Doku's running the left-hand side. He's seen the way Man City was up for it. He's seen the way they've dismantled Liverpool. Yeah. People will say, but Liverpool are not very good. Well, they won their last 2 games. They was looking at Man City getting their season back on track. Yeah. And they was never in the game, really. They had little moments, but they was never in the game, right? But what's getting me now is all I've heard. Big up, Prince. How you doing, Fouad? Levels have dropped. It's continuation from Burnley second half. Marino makes the team look much. Yeah. Well, this is what I'm saying, though. But see, my answer to that is, but we've got this squad depth. How can people say we've got one of the best squads since Highbury, best squad in Europe, best squad in the world, and yet we're missing Gyökeres and suddenly the team falls apart?
That's madness.
I've had Arsenal fans telling me it doesn't matter about injuries this year because we've got players for every single position. Well, if that's the case, then why ain't we got another number 9? Why did we sign? Where's our backup striker then? Where is our Etitike Isak combination? Where's our Mamouche Haaland, etc., etc.?
Well, the answer is he spent 100 million on him. He pays them over 500k a week, and he's absolutely ruined both of their careers. And that's Gabriel Jesus and Kai Havertz.
Well, this is it. This is it. And now we're hearing about injuries. And we're hearing about the referee. The referee was awful at Sunderland. Absolutely awful. I've heard people say it cost us the game. Cost us 3 points. Ridiculous. But this is what they do.
Arsenal cost us 3 points. Arsenal, the players, Mikel Arteta. That's what cost us the points. The poor substitutions. You're 2-1 up in the 90th minute against a promoted side. Who cares? You're playing a promoted side. Yes, they're in a good moment. Yes, it does make it a little bit trickier rather than if they've been beat 5 games on the spin. But they are still a promoted side. You still have the best manager in the world. You still have the best squad in the world. The fact that they're in a good moment, Sunderland, should be irrelevant, no? The fact that this is his 7th season with £1 billion spent,
Well,
and
the
we're
best squad in
scratching our
Europe
head,
should be
unable to
going to
beat promoted
Sunderland and
teams.
winning, shouldn't it?
Of course
Shouldn't it,
it
mate?
should. Of course it should. But the problem is in that game, and you see it in all Premier League games, it doesn't matter at all most of the time about quality and things like that. If they want it more than you, and Sunderland wanted it more than us, they absolutely well and truly did. Upsets can happen all over the field, everywhere. We were second best in that first half, basically to absolutely everything. They wanted it more, and they absolutely deserved their point. But it shouldn't be like that. Why do we get to a point where we just seem to think it's a mentality instilled by the manager where we can just turn up to these grounds and win and not have to fight? It's no good. It was pathetic. Absolutely pathetic display. That first half was embarrassing. It was embarrassing. I just don't get where people seem to think, and what they'll say is they'll go, "Oh yeah, look, one bad result, and look, you're already on this." Well, we've been saying this all season, regardless of whether we've been winning or not. We've been saying this for the last 5-6 years.
Big up the
It's
Southern.
madness. Yeah, look at the psychopath, as Shane Gooner would say on screen.
Yeah. Yesterday was a pump the brakes moment. Big up Southern Gooner all the time. Big up Matty. Make sure
Big
you
up,
go and
Matty.
speak to Matty. Absolute legend. Objectives in rear are closer than they appear. Man City. Listen, this Man City team ain't going to go away. What's this guy got to do then, Arron? What is he? See, my biggest problem
Resign.
is, right? This is my biggest problem. This is my biggest problem. And people can't see it because they just get. It's like, how can I say it? It's like getting your ultimate Christmas gift, isn't it? You know what I mean? You haven't got nothing else to go with it, but you've got the one present. That's all you're focusing on. We know that when this guy is under pressure, we know that whether it's January, February, when the games come round thick and fast, we also know that when teams are chasing and hunting us down, when we've got to go to grounds like Sunderland and get 3 points, we know what this guy does. We've had history with it. What makes people think that it's going to be any different? What is it that makes people think that it's going to be every different? Because we've signed Eze. By the way, what's Eze done under this manager? I've not seen Eze. Has anyone seen? Honestly, Arron, I mean, what difference do people think this guy's going to do this season? Because it's the same manager. It might be a different squad, but it's the same guy on the touchline.
Yeah. Well, like I said, we've been telling people this for years, and I always use this as an analogy. Yeah. Bookies have been successful since their inception. They go by one basic law. They give you a statistical outcome based on historical events. And they are all very, 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 very wealthy. It's a massively wealthy industry, sorry, I should say. We do the same thing. It's basically the same thing. We're looking at historical events and giving a likely outcome. Now, our historical events are we've won absolutely sod all in our last 19 competitions we've entered. So what would you reckon would be the most likeliest outcome? That he's not going to win anything because he hasn't done before. Not because we woke up out of bed and thought, oh, do you know what? I don't really like Mikel Arteta today. Sod him. He ain't going to win anything. We've got hundreds of games to go by, numerous seasons to go by. And we get told it's an agenda. What agenda? Everything we say is largely historical, factual-based evidence. He's not won anything. It's not difficult to come to the conclusion that he might not win anything this year, or at least be somewhat cautious in the way you go about assessing the season or potential season. I don't think we'll win the Premier League. I didn't think we were going to win it after game 1 or game 5 or game 10, and I won't think it until, we've pretty much got both hands on the trophy. But that's probably not going to happen. Why? Because he can't get over the line, DJB.
No.
Chat. He's never got over the line. It's just a fact. You can not like it all you like. it still cannot escape from the fact that this guy is a serial failure. He's a serial failure. What
facts,
can you
man.
do, mate?
Facts. Big up the Joseph Connor Golden man. Big up DJ Arron. Can Arteta get the best out of any striker? Because Jesus, Havertz, Gyökeres, Marino, none have been Aubameyang level, which we need. Listen, we've seen what Gyökeres. That's why he's gone down with muscle injury. Because he's chasing shadows. He's chasing and chasing and chasing. He's never had to cover so much ground since he's been at Arsenal. Why do you think he's pulled up with muscular injuries? It's muscular injuries. It's fatigue. He's having to chase and chase and chase. I've not seen him just hang around the box in front of goal, get an head on it. Everything he's worked for, he's having to work tirelessly. This is what I mean.
Yeah.
Jesus is going to come back. What difference is he going to make? He's been out for so long.
He'll be out injured again almost instantaneously.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Because this manager don't know how to manage. He don't know how to squad manage. He don't know how to manage the welfare of these players. He don't care.
No.
We'll find a scenario where Gabriel Jesus, who I think has just come back to light training, maybe, he'll probably rush him back for a pointless game. You don't need to bring him on. And then he'll start the next game, and then he'll go down injured, and then he'll probably be told to carry on playing, and then he'll go down injured for the second time, go down injured for the third time in the same game, and then he'll be out again until the next season. It's what we've seen over the last three. We're not making up absolute crap. That's exactly what's happened. He gets rushed back, he gets left on the field, he goes down injured, and then that's that. The manager keeps him on and prolongs the injury. But what we doing? We see it with Timber. We've seen it with White. We've seen it with Rice. It's ridiculous. Thomas Partey is pushed back on the field. The geezer don't care about the welfare of these players. He just doesn't.
I mean, have a look at some of his press conference again on his emotions after the equaliser. Again, unsatisfied because I want to win, and the game was almost there. But this is the Premier League, and the manner that they play, they're going to harm you in their way. It's just one goal difference there. I'm frustrated because of its action, and we can defend better. But as well as you have to give credit to the opposition to do what they have done, to put the ball there, to head the ball, the way they've done it, and then the striker to do the action and to put the ball in the net. Sometimes you have to. I mean, he goes on and on and on, doesn't he? He waffles, doesn't he? Why don't he just turn around and say, should have killed the game off. We went 2-1 up. We done the hard work. We rode the storm. We was 2-1 ahead, and I tactically got it wrong. That led to their equaliser. He's talking about heads there, being brave, blah, blah, blah. Yeah? We knew from the beginning of the Premier League, you don't get to any place in the Premier League where you think you're going to have a comfortable afternoon. Well, according to most of your top fan base, we're there. I was hearing 4s and 5-0s to Arron.
No way.
Score predictions. Got 4s and 5s.
It was never going to be. I'm surprised it was 2-2, to be fair.
Yeah. Sunderland cut corners, minimised the throw-ins. That is one thing they done well, didn't they? They limited us to corners, didn't they?
Almost like they had a tactical game plan and executed it.
Exactly. Yeah, big up, Lynch. November 23rd just got bigger. How big now is that North London derby game, Arron?
Yeah.
How big is that game?
Well, I mean, it's always a big one anyway, do you know what I mean? But it's a must-win now because you don't want to start falling into that little trap of where you're losing and dropping points in clusters. Because that's what, if you can remember, I think it was 2 or 3 seasons ago when we actually was competing-ish for the Premier League. We'd go on a little run and then we'd lose 2, draw 2. We have these awful little clusters where we just can't bounce back instantaneously. So it's imperative we do that. I mean, we're at home. I expect us to beat Spurs at home anyway. Still doesn't mean it's going to be a very, very easy game, but it's a must-win now. Dropping them points against Sunderland means that we have to get back on track and start winning instantaneously. You can't afford, like I said, in the Tottenham game we've got and then the Chelsea away, you've got to win both of them games now. It's as simple as that. You have to.
It's
You have
massive.
to. You know that we've lost our little cushion now, dropping the
Yeah.
points at Sunderland. You have to get back to winning ways against Tottenham. It's as simple as that. We need to beat them anyway for obvious reasons, but we cannot afford to let us go into a scenario where you're dropping points against Sunderland, then against Tottenham, and then again against Chelsea. All of a sudden, you've dropped 3 points, and guess what? Manchester City are above you in goal difference. It's frustrating.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's a must win. It's an absolute must win.
It is.
But,
and you got Bayern Munich as well. You got Bayern Munich coming up as well, which again we're not automatically qualified on the Champions League yet, so that's another must win. See, this is why this game for Sunderland was so important. Man City, Liverpool playing today. There was going to be one winner today. I never had that down as a draw. I thought it was going to be a Liverpool win or a City win. And to be honest, I had City winning 3-1. I knew they'd do a job on Liverpool, and that's what they did. In between that Tottenham and Chelsea game, you got the Bayern Munich game, and then you go away to Chelsea. I mean, come on. I mean, it could easily turn by the end of November going into Christmas. As much as we are over the moon that we're top of the league, 8 clean sheets and everything else, it can easily turn, can't it, by sort of December. After them, just after those 3 matches, we've got Aston Villa twice as well. I'll get the fixtures up, my friend. But I mean, we've got.
While you're quickly having a look at the fixtures, while you're quickly looking at that, do you know what? I think I'd maybe rest 2 or 3 players against Bayern. I know that sounds ridiculous, but because we beat Atletico, we've got 12 points. I mean, I'm not saying rest the whole entire squad for the Bayern game, but we should be comfortably enough to be able to get through as top 8 with the points that we've got and the teams that we're to play still in the Champions League.
Yeah, because we've got that carrier out, haven't we? We've got that
carrier, and there's another team I can't think. We've still got Inter Milan, of course, which is going to be a tricky game. But I'm not saying I'd make wholesale changes, but maybe I'd probably rest maybe the likes of a Saka and a Declan Rice and maybe one of the centre backs. We got the best squad in the world, so we should be able to cope with that, apparently, shouldn't we? But I'm looking at that and thinking, I would say in the context of the season so far, the Bayern game is less important than the 2 games it's sandwiched between, and that's Tottenham at home and Chelsea away.
Yeah,
100%.
No, that's a good point. I'd rest a couple of players against Bayern, to be honest with you, because you're right. I think we've got enough in the bag to rest a couple of players. And not only that, the games coming up after that, we should win. So, yeah, big up, Scott. I keep hearing Arsenal fans saying their teams fear them, but they mention in the defence and set pieces, what about the attack? Our attack is poor. I've been saying it all season. I think the final third, I think we look weak, and I've been saying this, we don't create enough chances. We don't put teams under. We don't let teams think enough. I think that's our weakness. As a team, we defend well. As a defensive unit, we do all right. But going forward, attacking final third, I watched City today, and I'm sorry, but they're far more effective in attack than we are. Much more. Their left winger, I mean, Doku was doing madness on that left-hand side. I mean, he was causing them all sorts of problems. So no team has beaten us at the stadium like. No, big up, Steve, Sunderland fan. Big up, my friend.
Big up.
Deserved the point. Absolutely deserved it. I've even had Arsenal fans mocking Sunderland, like celebrating a draw. Well, why wouldn't you? They're a newly promoted side, and the best team in the world has gone there, and they've drawn against them.
And it's a last-ish minute winner, isn't it, for crying out loud?
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone, well, not a winner, it's an equaliser, but it probably felt a little bit like a winner. I mean, come on, man. If you can't celebrate that, then what are we doing here as fans?
And we've got positive Dan thinks that Arsenal will get 100 points, Arron.
Yeah, he also said we were going to go invincible after 3 games. He said we're going invincible, and then we lost the next one.
100 points, mate. 100 points. To get 100 points, you need goal scorers all over the pitch.
Listen, positive Dan after 10 games. After 10 games, after 11 games we've played, whatever, he thinks that we're going to win the quadruple. He thinks we're going to overtake Real Madrid's Champions League tally. We're going to overtake Liverpool's Premier League tally. We're going to go invincible with the Centurions at the same time. It's madness, all because we're top of the league after 11 games. That's what the level of fucking delusion we're dealing with. It's madness, honestly.
But this is what we're up against, and when we come back, right, people say that we're negative, right? But you've got people saying we're going to dominate world football for the next 5 years.
We couldn't even dominate Sunderland, for fuck's sake.
This is a man that's won an FA Cup and a Charity Shield, and yet we're going to dominate for the next 5 years. How is that going to happen? If you know anything about football, how do you dominate for the next 5 years when you've got a manager that's won an FA Cup and a Charity Shield? I'm not having a go at the manager. I'm not having a go at the Arsenal Football Club. I'm talking about the delusional fan base that is absolutely scarring this football club. It's scarring the football club. People hate us because of the fan base, not because of the players, not because we play in red and white, not because of the manager. They hate us because of the fan base. And it's only people like us that can calm it down and put a little bit of reality on the scene. Otherwise, you'd be listening to that crap all the time, 24/7. If you didn't have channels like mine, Arron's, Shane's, Rashid's, Northside's, Lee's, and all that, you'd be listening to this crap all the time. You'll be going to bed thinking there's fairies flying around and Father Christmas comes every morning.
Imagine living in that world. Like it's chaos to me. Like it's ridiculous. Like imagine being so far away and so far detached from reality that is genuinely how you think. Like that's batshit. Like it is just ridiculous, and it's getting worse and worse. You listen. They're saying we're going to win 3, 4, 5 leagues on the bounce. We ain't even won the first one yet. We're not even midway through November. What we doing here? Saying we're going to win leagues? We've already seen our lead cut to 4 from Manchester City. What's we doing?
It's bonkers, mate. It's good. Big up the Lux videos. Good evening, DJB, my brother. They called us out for saying Sunderland wouldn't be a walk in the park. I could draw it at the start. How can anyone think we could walk all over them? Yeah, we called it Lux, didn't we? Big up, brother. Make sure you're following. Make sure everyone's following. Make sure you're smashing a like if you haven't smashed a like. Let's have a little look at these league fixtures because I'm telling you now, this is on the back end of a 2-2. So we've got Spurs we know about. Again, you're gonna have fans come out with all sorts of madness. Spurs are not good. Blah blah blah. 3-4-0. This is what you're going to get, Arron. Can you see a 3 or 4-0, brother?
Mate, I probably can't even see us scoring 3 or 4 goals in the next 3 or 4 games.
No.
let alone in one against Spurs. No, look, it's a North London derby, as I said. Form goes out the window a lot of the times. But, mate, if you offered me a stinky bastard 1-0 win again, and I feel like I've said this so many times this season, it's actually I'm starting to do my own head in. I'll take it. But we should be buzzing. We should be confident. If we're this great team, everyone says, with a great squad that everyone says, we should be chest out and going, yeah, I can't wait for us to rip Tottenham to pieces. And instead, we're sitting there and thinking, oh, yeah, well, you know, I'll take a little 1-0 or a little 2-1. Is that what we've spent £1 billion for 6 years? To be, maybe, you know, we should be ripping teams apart. You know, granted, you're not going to be able to win every single game. You're not going to be able to, you know what I mean, keeping clean sheets every single game. But come on, something's got to give. We got to have more than 45 minutes against Spurs. We can't. We cannot afford to drop points in that game because the second Man City get that one game, that 2 points behind, we're fucked. We're knackered. Because they've been there and done it before. They're not just a Haaland side. They're not. They've got world-class players. Maybe not as much as they did have 3 or 4 years ago, but they've still got players that can do you damage. And Doku is coming into his own this season. I think he's been largely underwhelming the previous 2, but he's having a season this year. He's having a right old season. You know, it's baffling to me. It's real madness for me. But it's a must win. What do you reckon
Oh,
on the Spurs
absolutely.
game, bruv?
What do I reckon?
Yeah.
I reckon it'd be a draw, personally. I think it'd be a draw. I can see Spurs coming now, frustrating us, getting a draw, putting low blocks in. Van der Ven will pop up or something with an header or something, put one in. It's not
Frank
going
will
to
have
be
that
ice.
game
It's
plan,
not.
won't he?
It's not going to be high scoring.
Yeah.
Again, it ain't going to be pretty to watch. But when has it been pretty to watch, Arron? What game have you been excited about? Seriously, what game have you walked out and gone, wow, that was incredible? I think the Nottingham Forest game was probably the most probably complete performance. The Nottingham Forest were crap. Let's be honest. Other than that, I've not really come out of any game again, like I did last season. I've not come out to any game where I've gone, what have I just seen? That was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah. Well, it goes back to the point that I was saying, sometimes you just look at a team and you go, they're the team this year. You looked at Liverpool last year around this stage where they're collecting points, they're winning games, and you thought, yeah, it's going to be them. You looked at the Man Cities the season before, and you go, yeah, they've got it this year. There's just, you know when you know, didn't you? And I just
Yeah.
haven't got that about Arsenal this year. I'm sorry, I just haven't.
Not really. Not really.
We'll keep saying, oh, well, we're still in second gear. This manager wants us in second gear. This is exactly where he wants us. Yes, there are 4 more gears to go, but this manager ain't putting his foot on the clutch and changing it, mate. He wants us at gear 2.
Yeah, facts.
Pedestrian.
No, exactly, my friend. And not only that is, as I said, I saw City today, and I've been told that they're finished, they're washed up. You take Haaland out the team, and they're nothing. Well, Haaland didn't really particularly have a good game today, but I know what he did do. He missed a penalty, and then about 5-10 minutes later, what did he do? Jumped and nodded one home, made it 1-0. Yeah.
And he gets the important goals, doesn't he, D?
Whilst you've got
exactly,
whilst you've got man like Haaland, a goal machine up front in your team, you've always got a chance of getting 3 points, no matter what. And these are players that have been there and done it. And if you think they're laying down, and Liverpool will get some sort of run together, but then we've got Bayern Munich, which again we've spoke about. I'll take a point, to be honest. I hope we win, but if he rests players in that, then I'll take a point. And then look at this, Chelsea away. Now, as you said, Chelsea can either be absolutely brilliant or absolutely dog crap. But I'll tell you now, they've seen Arsenal. They're not far behind. How many points are they behind? 6?
6, yeah. Exactly
6 points behind. So if we draw against Spurs, that Chelsea game suddenly now looks completely different. 100% completely different. Big up Vince and big up the Lynch. Has anyone seen Jam Boy lately? Have you seen Jam Boy lately? Has he been on any of your streams?
Yeah, that's a good point, actually.
I've not seen Jam Boy now.
He
hasn't been on. He hasn't been on. No, he hasn't been on. Hasn't the other day? No. And here we go. Look who we got. An absolute legend has joined us. Big up, Matty.
Here he is.
Gents, what's going on?
Big up, Matty.
What's going on, brothers? Just getting sorted.
Oh man, thank you for joining us. We're just going through. We're just going through these fixtures. How tough November is, and how important that Sunderland game was.
Give me 2 seconds, guys.
Matt, what's your opinion on it? Because let me tell you why I've been kind of going on a little bit. I am fed up of listening to best team in Europe, squad depth, best squad we've had since the Highbury days, best in world football, managers, one of the top managers in world football. League's going to be over by February. Man City have only got Haaland. Liverpool are trash, this, that and the other. And yet we go to Sunderland and put a first half in performance like that, considering we're meant to be chasing the Premiership. What is your... let's take this off the screen, my friend, and then we'll get the fixtures back up a bit later. But what is your opinion on it all, my friend? Because this ain't over. We've been here before. We have been here before. And a lot of those traits we see the weekend we saw again. What you saying, bro?
Well, first, big up to everybody. JB, is always good to see you, brother. Big up the chat. Aaron, good to see you as well, brother. I knew you stepped away for a quick second. And kind of good to be back, man. I've been working like a madman. I hadn't really had time to do panels like we normally have. So it's good to be back on. You know, I was
big up, my friend. No, welcome, my friend. Welcome.
I miss being on with y'all on Mondays too. Let me tell you something point blank. I watched a little bit of that game from where I was at yesterday. Watched at least the pretty much most of the second half. And for me, I saw a lot of issues. And to make it worse, me and Lee was on earlier together. We was doing our wraparound where we normally watch all the leagues and stuff. We went back and watched the game yesterday, and it's much more dire than what we saw yesterday. When we were able to watch that, go back, slow everything down, watch what led up to stuff. I'm gonna tell you something. This team is in bad shape. We have been winging it for a long time.
Agree.
We looked at a couple of those goals that was given up yesterday, and you know what concerned us both? What really just the alarm bells went off for both of us. The lack of commitment by some of these players in critical situations. That would, if there would have just been one person that would have said, "I'm going to commit myself to defending that," right there, they win the game yesterday. Simple situations of just kicking the ball out, simple stuff. The goal that they scored to tie the game up yesterday, Mikel Merino. I don't know if you saw. I put it in our group yesterday, JB. I don't know if you saw the video. He's standing right there. The player receives the ball. Trossard is in front of him. He's just standing there looking at him. Ball goes in, and instead of Magalhaes clearing the ball, stepping into it like a defender, I'm going to clear this ball. I'm kicking it out, regardless of the fact. Whatever happens, I'm kicking the ball out. He's trying to hit the ball. You had another player that was right there. Calafiore was there as well. That could have been in on that. There was another situation there on the goal that I think was it Ballard that scored the first goal? Yeah, Ballard scored that first goal. Yeah. There was another situation there where you had Calafiore was standing right there was in on that as well. There was one situation yesterday in the game. Nobody caught this. We caught this because we went back and rewatched it. And if Lee's still in the chat, he'll tell you. We caught this yesterday. I said, Lee, look at who was in the box. When Saliba kicked the ball and it went over the goal, if you go back and freeze that frame, you'll notice all of our defenders are in the box. I'm gonna say that again. I'm gonna say that again so that y'all can hear what I just said. All of our defenders were in the box when Saliba missed that shot. This thing, I'm gonna say it one more time. All of our defenders were in the box when Saliba shanked that ball over the bar.
Madness.
So what happens if there's a counterattack?
Yeah, we're done. We're finished.
So what happens when we play Bayern Munich? What happens when we play Bayern Munich in a couple of weeks? We said
Holland done it to us, Matty.
We watched Bayern Munich last night. Well, not last night, but early this morning. And I told Lee, I said, Lee, just look at the amount of speed it takes for them to just get into the 1, 2, 3 passes in. And we've got to deal with this. I told him, I said, this is coming to the Emirates. I kept saying, this is coming to the Emirates, coming to a theater near you, right here, this right here. And the game we watched was the B team for Bayern Munich. So I said, this is the B team. This is the bench coming. I said, this is the bench. I said, we ain't even got the Kane and all them starting everybody. We have got a lot of work to cover, to grind to cover here. And this is what we've been saying. We've all been saying it the last month. Every time I get a chance, I tell people, just, hey, I'm thrilled we're in first place. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I want people to understand it. I'm excited. It feels good to know that you're in first place. You're at the top of the table. But we hadn't won anything yet.
No.
There's still work to do. We still got to get things sorted out. Players got to remain healthy. We've got to get people scoring. We need consistency. The last thing I told Guns this morning, I said, no, it was Novsky last night. I talked to Novsky on the phone. He said, well, we got to hope that Man City or either Liverpool draw. I said, there will be no draw tomorrow.
No. I had City winning 3-1.
It was never in doubt for me. I knew City was winning. And for everybody who thinks that's this is a destitute Liverpool team. Well, they just beat Real Madrid in the same week. And then City just beat that team. These two teams aren't going anywhere. I don't care how bad Liverpool looks right now. Chelsea 6 points behind. Spurs is right behind.
Aston Villa are climbing the table.
Aston Villa right up. I don't know what the score was of the game today, but they're right in around. They're right
4-0, wasn't it? Was it 4 or 5 today?
Did they win 4-0 today?
And we've got to play them twice in December.
That's what happened last year. That's what happened last year. Remember? That's the same exact thing that happened last year. We had to play them to turn right back around and play them a couple of weeks later.
We've got them on 30th of December over the Christmas period.
Ending the year with a bang?
We got them on the 30th of December, and then I think we got them before then.
Yeah, I'm sure we play them twice, didn't we?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And then we've got them on the 30th of December, and we've got them on the 6th of December. We've got them away early on the 6th.
Is that first? Yeah.
We've got them away on the 6th.
That's right. We do have them on the 6th. Yep, we do have them on the 6th. Yep.
And then we've got them on the 30th. We've got some big matches coming up. November, people. Chelsea away. Then we go into December. Brentford. We know what they're like. We struggle against teams. Then we've got Villa. Club Brugge away. They got draw against Barcelona. Wolves at home. That should be 3 points. Then, check this one out. Sunday the 21st of December, right near Christmas, we got to go to Everton away. Similar. That's going to be similar to the Sunderland. Raucous crowd. Physical.
Yep.
If we didn't deal with Sunderland, we ain't dealing with Everton.
Yep. You've got those long, tall, lean defensive players that Moyes is gonna have them ready to go, crashing the box. Oh, I'm glad I thought about that. Zubamendi. Let's talk about Zubamendi.
Oh no, please, man.
I'm glad you said something.
Put me on the Zubamendi, because I tell you why. Matty, Arron, let me tell you about Zubamendi. I am sick and tired. I've been saying it since day one. When he signed for this football club, it was a body, and I was excited because I knew Partey was going out the door. But when I'm hearing he's better than Partey, when I'm hearing he's world class, when I'm hearing that he's made a difference to this Arsenal team, when I said that, when people have been telling me that he's the difference, the reason why we're top of the league is because man like Zubamendi is getting overlooked, this, that, and the other. I'm not seeing it. Tell me what I'm missing. I might be wrong, Matty. I might be completely wrong, boys, but I'm just not seeing it. Tell me what Zubamendi does for 90 minutes.
We watched him. We was watching that last night, and I told Lee, I said, look at Zubamendi. He doesn't have a clue what's going on. He doesn't have a clue. There were situations there where he's the defense. He plays defensive mid, right? I want to make sure I got this right. He's a defensive midfielder, correct?
He's a six.
Yeah. Go back to the first goal that we gave up and go look at where he's standing. And then there was one play there. There was another play where the ball was in the air. Anybody in the chat that saw this will know what I'm talking about. The ball was in the air. Saliba, everybody's running, and he looks. He does this number. Then he looks again. I told Lee, I said, Lee, the brother's a defensive midfielder. He's supposed to be snuffing that out. That's his job. Yeah. His job is to get the first line of defense before it reaches the defense. That's what a defensive midfielder is. His job is to take care of business. It shouldn't have to go to the defense because you're standing right there, which means if you're in the perimeter of it, and I'm talking as a coach now, if you're in the perimeter of it, you deal with it. This is why I said what's happened here is our players and this fan base have bought into the fact that we're cruising and that we had a sizable lead. We're repeating the same problems that we did when we were 8 points clear. We're back to that, where everybody's feeling good about feeling good. No, brother. Yeah, just the moments. No. We have to be locked in and loaded on every single facet of the game. Every facet. Communication. When to clear the ball. Determination. Closing games out. Oh, yeah, we went up 2-1 yesterday. That's what made me so mad about the game. We went up 2-1 yesterday. We're supposed to be getting the third goal to shut this down. City went up 2-0. What did they go do today? They went and bought some more goals.
Oh, they bought defenders on, Matty, didn't they? Didn't they bring on defenders?
We should be closing out games like yesterday. You did what you got. You gave up the goal. You tied it up. You took the lead. And all you have to do is the manager is simply go, you know what? We're going to get this extra goal. We need an extra goal. We got to find an extra goal. There's not a sense of urgency to try to close out game. That game yesterday could possibly be the difference in winning the trophy this year. But the people will think I'm crazy for saying it now because they'll say, oh, it's just only November. But in the same token, they'll tell you to believe that we're going to win the title in November. That's what they'll tell you. But then we get to May, and then you look back and see what, like we did last year, gentlemen, when we was counting those games, those draws, and we were like, yeah, man, 14 points, and and then you see all the points that add up, and it's like, oh man, we won these games, we at least won the title. Nope. Yesterday is a classic example of the stuff that we've been seeing with this team for the last few years. You've got Saka. He was clueless there on the last part of that game. Nobody wants to talk about that. We'll talk about that. Saka was in where they were tearing him up on that side of the pitch yesterday. In the last few minutes of that game, just he had his head on the swivel. He didn't know what was going on.
He was shattered and all, Matty. He was out of camera shot for about 30 seconds at one stage.
Yeah, he was. Like I said, I watched the last 30 minutes. I was looking. I said, and I kept saying it because I was sitting in my car watching. I said, they're letting this game get away from them. They're letting it get away from them. I don't know if anybody around me heard me yelling in the car, but I was just yelling. They letting the game get away from them. And then finally, old boy put the ball in. The goalkeeper comes out. He comes out. No communication. There's no screaming. They're saying there's no get out of our way. There's no nothing.
But the way he comes out, Matty, he comes out to scoop the ball up. He comes out as if he's praying.
Yeah, he's getting ready. Yeah, it's like he's looking to get some berries or something off a tree.
Oliver, can I have some more, sir? What are we doing? Have some more, please, sir.
Yeah, literally, that's how he looked. And so this is what I'm saying is that these are the issues that has plagued this team. Because if they did it against Sunderland, they'll probably do it in the cup. And this is the problem that I have when it comes to can you trust this manager in critical situations? Because that Sunderland team is a feisty team. Everybody wants to go. That was a great point because it was a tough environment. No, we need to win in tough environments. You want to win a title? You want to win a trophy? You got to win in tough environments.
Do you know what as well, Matty? Sorry to cut you as well. Sunderland demonstrated perfectly the blueprint on how to stop and nullify Mikel Arteta. And it wouldn't surprise me now if people will do exactly the same. Press harder, want it a bit more, bully you a little bit more.
Aaron, does it look familiar? Does it look familiar? Does anybody look familiar? Does anybody know what game plan that was? That was the Newcastle plan from last year. That was Newcastle game plan. That was the same exact thing that Newcastle did.
And Newcastle got a result.
Yep, the same exact thing. That's the same thing, and it happens every year. It might not be Newcastle this year, but they'll implement. Somebody's going to implement the plan, and you saw it come out yesterday. Sunderland, and people want to just laugh at, oh, it's just a joke. They're just getting by. No, Sunderland's here. They're going to be around. I'm not going to say they're going to get European place or whatever. They will be a problem team this year for a lot of people. And we found it out yesterday. You found it out yesterday. I said, look at the goalkeeper there. Look at the goalkeeper on that save yesterday with him. Then look at the defender right behind it. Focus. Soon as we thought we scored, he's right there, putting body on line. Ballot again. Boom, out of there.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. The commitment to excellence in critical situations. That's the separator. we still have not demonstrated. Yesterday again showed that we have a major issue with demonstrating excellence in critical situations. You have the game won. This is what I want people to understand. People keep talking about this draw is a good point. No, it's not. We had the game won. 2-1. Literally, all we would have had to do.
One. Yeah, just come out of there with the 3 points. Come out with it. This is the in-game management, though, Matty. This is another thing that we are seeing. Crucial moments when games are won or we need to get a result, we're looking at the manager for his in-game management. And it wasn't there. Wasn't there. Even if it was like, oh, yeah, go down, draw a foul, keep the ball, put it in the corner, keep the ball. Take it out for a throw, play ugly, bang it long.
Where were the dark arts at yesterday? Where were the dark arts in that? You always
where is it?
Dark arts. This is when you institute the dark arts.
Yep. And do you know what as well, Matty?
Go ahead.
Mikel Arteta in the game threw him one big, massive moment. What do? You make a substitution. That's the game changer right there. What do? Do you bring off Bukayo Saka and bring on some fresh legs? Do you bring on some more attacking players, a few more midfielders to complement him? No, you bring on Mosquera only. And you, in that moment there, he had a choice. Only Mikel Arteta made that choice, by the way.
Yeah.
There's no blaming anyone else. He chose, and only him, he chose to bring on Mosquera, leave other players on the field that were clearly, absolutely ran into the ground. And there you go. There's your pivotal little moment. What do? Do you bring on an Ethan Nwaneri and give Saka a rest and bring on some fresh legs? Do you maybe bring on a Norgard as well? Mosquera, do you know what? If you're going to bring on Mosquera, that's fine. But don't just bring on Mosquera. You need to bring on other players to complement that. You've brought on Mosquera, added another defender into the fold by taking off another midfielder, and around him in midfield, you've got Zubamendi, who's average at best. You take off Declan Rice, and he's absolutely shocking. But you've got Declan Rice on there, who's ran into the ground. Saka is ran into the ground. Trossard's hardly the biggest worker on the planet anyway. All of a sudden, you've got 5 at the back, and the 3 midfielders in front of you are absolutely shot to bits. There's no surprise. Sorry.
I was going to say, both of y'all check y'all phone. I just sent it to y'all. I just sent what I want to the clip. Just take a look at your boy Mikel Marino, and then just look, and then look at Trossard, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about right there. That all you would have had to do is just depend that we win the game, because the game was over. The game was over. This is the kind of I hate we can't show it on here.
Trossard's ducking like a fucking Oompa Loompa.
The game was over. The lack of commitment.
What's Riot doing?
Just to throw him off.
Where's the real hard closing down on that ball before it goes into the box?
Mikel Marino's jogging next to him. Next to him.
So you got you got the Sunderland player, the equaliser. You got the Sunderland player in the middle, and you got Marino. Instead of Marino going flying in and closing him down, where's the defenders pushing up? Where's the defenders pushing up? You push up onto the edge of the box, that ball goes in there offside.
Yeah, lack of communication, lack of excellence in critical position.
But the best team in Europe would have done that. The best team in Europe would have closed that ball down. That ball would have gone into the box. They'd have been offside, because all the defense would have just pushed up. As soon as that ball went to that player in the centre of the park, the defense would have just pushed up. That ball goes into the box. They're offside.
And it's shocking.
It on repeat. I can't take my eyes off it, Matty.
I'm sitting there. Look at Marino's commitment. This is Marino. This is why he doesn't play in midfield, people, right? This is why he doesn't play in midfield. Arron, right there, look, that's why he don't play in midfield. But look at the defence all in a line.
Mate, the clip's like 10 seconds, yeah? And I'm playing it now, and I can see problem after problem. I'm going to play it in real time, yeah? Mikel Marino not closing him down. Trossard is crouching down like he's ready to tie his laces for some reason. The ball's come into the field. So you've got 2 men marking Dan Ballard. Not one of them. One of them's jumping and been out jumped. I can't think who it is. It might be Saliba, who's just not even jumped. He's rooted to the ground.
And not only
David Raya, for some reasons, playing the sweeper. It's embarrassing. Gabriel's just out-muscled like a bitch. There's about 5 or 6 things massively wrong in that 10-second clip.
Lack of commitment.
Chat, go and watch the second goal. Go and watch the build up to the second goal. Obviously, like copyrighted, we can't put it up. But
Jesus.
Not only that, look at the defence. Why ain't they? Why aren't they just as soon as that ball goes out? Why ain't someone running out and closing them down? Look where he is on the edge of the box there. Who's out on the edge of the box?
When Ballard wins that for the assist, wins that header,
well, just
there's
push
2
up
men
onto
on
the
him.
edge of the box. They're
2 men on
offside.
him. 2 men. Two of the best defenders apparently on the planet, the best defensive unit the world's ever seen.
Yeah,
and both of them
clean
can't
sheets.
even beat Dan Ballard. And then David Raya's coming out like Oliver Twist. What? It's just embarrassing. Mikel Merino, that's supposed to be his position, by the way. Mikel Merino. I know he wasn't playing there, but that's what Mikel Merino is apparently brought in for last year, to stop that cross going in. And he's just jogging next to him. Why? Why are you not sliding? Why are you not even fouling him, for crying out loud?
Yeah, bring him down.
Why is
Foul
that
him.
ball
Take a
going
yellow
in?
card. Take
Why
a
is that
yellow
ball
card.
allowed to go in? You're jogging next to him. It just looks like you're making a bit of effort. There's making effort, and there's making effort to look like you're making effort, and that's what he was doing there. Oh yeah, I'll jog quite close to him. Yeah, I've closed him down. I've done my little bit. No, you ain't. No, you haven't. You jogged. There's a difference between wanting the ball and looking like you want to win the ball. And it was just evident Mikel Merino was unfortunately the second. It was crap. There's about 5 or 6 things wrong in that 10-second clip, mate.
You wait till I see y'all this other one. Y'all wait till I see y'all the first goal. This is what I said. If people go back.
But the problem is, right, these are the same mistakes and these are the same problems that we were encountering last season. And this has all been overlooked because of the start we've had to this season. Everyone doesn't want to look at what went on last year. Everyone doesn't want to look at what's going on. Because we've kept 8 clean sheets and we're top of the league and we're this and we're that, this, that, and the other. But
look at the first goal.
We've been winging it. We've been winging it.
Look at the first goal.
We haven't played for 90 minutes. We haven't played for 90 minutes.
This is why I tell people, like, this is a coach. This is the kind of stuff that I know when you see this kind of stuff early in the season. You have to have a come to Jesus moment immediately. You cannot expect to win a title. Listen to me.
Look how that ball's bounced.
You cannot win a title playing like that. I'm telling you, it ain't happening.
Look how that ball's bounced on that first. Look, it's right.
Look at everybody. Everybody's standing around bumbling and fumbling. Everybody's bumbling and fumbling. It looks like a comedy show. It looks like Benny Hill. That looks like Benny Hill.
It's absolute madness. The ball bounces, and no one's reacted to it. No one's reacted. The reactions. Look at the reactions.
Look at Zubamendi. This is what I'm talking about with Zubamendi. Look at.
Don't get me started on Zubamendi.
Look at him. Look at Zubamendi.
He's a luxury player. He's a luxury player.
Watch him. Go back and watch that.
Absolutely nothing.
He's a luxury player.
This is what I said. Look at him. He's skipping.
Big up, Static, man. Big up.
Nothing there.
He spent most of that clip outside the box.
Lynch, while we're analysing the clip, what's happened to Jam Boy? Where's that Jam Boy gone? 89 likes and subscribe. Come on, people. There's 125 in the building. All smash a like and we'll leave to get up 125.
Look,
let's go.
JB, look at that clip and look at Zubamendi. I want you to look at Zubamendi.
I can't. He frustrates me, Matty, because
that's what and everybody was saying he was gonna come in and unlock. What you unlocking? He's supposed to be defending. He's supposed to be defending.
He's your defensive midfield player. When lines get broken, he's your man. He's your man that's got to step up. He's not a creative. We've not brought him in to be creative. He doesn't play a creative midfield role. He plays number 6. His job is to defend. His job is to do the ugly stuff. But he doesn't do the ugly stuff. He gets bailed out by Rice running around.
Oh, 100%. I said this earlier. What do you reckon on this, Matty? I think Zubamendi's bang average, or he's been bang average for Arsenal as it is anyway so far in his short Arsenal career. If he didn't have Declan Rice next to him, he would be borderline horrendous.
You know what I have to say? I'm going to say this. He's basically Odegaard on the defense.
Yeah, I get where you're coming from.
You know what I'm saying? Like if he doesn't have the proper people, like as you just alluded to, the proper people around him, then he's a liability.
Facts.
I mean, and this is the problem. This is the problem that when you lose a player like Thomas Partey, and you everything off sidebar stuff, throw it to the side. But I'm talking as far as football on the pitch quality. You have to replace JB. You remember we had this discussion over the summer? You have to replace like for like.
Yeah,
like for like.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like for like. You have to have a player that, okay, he has this much quality. Can we find someone that can provide the same or if not more quality
upgrade
than that player?
Yeah.
And then when you watch what I just sent y'all, and the chat is going back looking at it too. As y'all watch that, you look at that and you see zoom in he's not even committed to defending the ball there. And you expect me to believe that this team that we're guaranteed to win something this year. And he's doing this already this year. Already early this year, he's doing this. This is why I said you better pray to God Declan Rice don't go down this season.
But this is what I'm saying. We're just at the beginning. We ain't got the nitty-gritty part of the season yet. The nitty-gritty, you got Christmas, January, February is when it's at. FA Cup, Carabao, latter stages, Champions League. What happens when you get to the knockout phase of the Champions League?
Nobody wants this, JB. Nobody wants to deal with that. Nobody wants to. It's because it's feel good right now. Nobody doesn't think about it. We draw and we get one of we end up having to play Real Madrid, turn around in Barcelona. We get Barcelona, Real Madrid, and gets a tough road of fixtures. Nobody wants to talk about that because it's feel good right now.
Yeah.
Oh, this is great. We still got Inter Milan. Do people still realize we got Bayern Munich and Inter Milan both? People forget about that. And the Inter Milan is sandwiched, I think, somewhere in the FA Cup fixtures.
Let's have a look.
It's a long season to go. And I would think people would have learned a lesson from a couple of years ago when we were sitting here 8 points clear. This is why I'm still sitting back this year and I'm going, all right, I'll reserve my judgment when we get to February, March. And I'll know exactly where we are. Because by that time, we should have won a Carabao Cup, which would then give me some form of hope to believe that, we might can actually do something. Or I'll look at this and go, this look like we're doing the same old. Because February, we should be in a decent position, locked and loaded by February. But if you're asking me now in November, when in fact we blew everything out the water last year in November, and you're coming around this November and you're going, hey man, we're the October champions. But what about last November? What happened after that? What happened after that? What happened in February, in March of the year before that? What happened in January, February, and March the year before that? Don't talk to me about winning the title until we get to April.
Matty, we were Christmas champions 2 years on the trot, and then we lost to West Ham at home and Fulham away. Bye. 2 days later, third.
Yeah. Remember, even when we were going for top four, we went from fourth to fifth in 2 days, 3 days.
Yeah, but we didn't have the squad depth then, Matty, did we? I don't know where we've improved. I'm looking at this squad depth. I'm not seeing the Eze that's at Palace. I'm not seeing the Eze. Gorkarez is running, closing people down, doing a lot of running and everything else. But I've still not seen the lethal Gorkarez. I haven't seen much of Eze. The left-hand side is still in and out. Trossard plays in patches. Give him his due. He's playing okay. Martinelli, no.
Don't worry, Jesus
scored
coming
a couple
back.
of important goals.
Jesus coming back. Don't worry.
It'll give us his annual game, won't he?
We'll get
Before he's
That's
gone
my
again.
next question. My next question, right? Let's discuss it. Jesus is apparently coming back. Kai Havertz is coming back, right? We've got Gorkarez out injury. Can you see him shoehorning Havertz or Gorkarez, Havertz or Jesus in this team?
Absolutely. I'd be willing to put
because Odegaard's coming in, isn't he? Because Eze hasn't done enough to dislodge him.
This is where it all's going to get crazy. He's going to start looking at. He's going to start wanting to go what's familiar to him, and he's going to go back to his favorites because that was the discussion there before injuries. Oh, he's got all his favorites. He's got all his favorites. Well, all his favorites are going to be back. Odegaard's coming back. Well, you're going to sit Eze down. Okay, cool. Eze's a little off the board. You're going to sit him down. All right, cool. So when you sit Eze down, what happens to Ethan? Then what?
Oh, get him out on loan.
And if Ethan ain't playing, what's going to happen to Diamond? Well, luckily Diamond still can play U18, U21, or whatever, so he can still play. But you're going to start seeing that he's going to go right back to what he knows, and Jokers is going to be one of the odd men out. He's going to have to sit on that bench and watch Havertz. That's if Havertz is fully healthy when he gets back, because people got to understand he's coming back. If Saka is looking the way he looks and he's coming off the same injury pretty much, then what do you think Havertz is going to look like? And Havertz was already destitute before he went down. So what happened? Well, so what do you think is going to happen now? But the manager's going to insist he's going to go with him. Then you're going to bring in Jesus. And that will probably be a nightmare scenario to bring him back, get him injured, and you stuck with him when you need to get rid of him and get what you can while you can. He needs to be moved out. He needs to be the January, what the goal was out in January. It needs to be moved out immediately. Immediately. You hear me? Expeditiously. He needs to be moved out this football club so that we can get another body here or something better. What about Matt Wakey? That's another one ain't nobody's problem. Matt Wakey, he'll be back soon. And now you got another situation. See, this is all stuff that he's got. Arron and JB, this is all stuff that he's got to do. He's got to learn. This manager, once again, every year I tell y'all this. I say he's learning on the job. So now a new chapter to him is player rotation. Now he has to learn player rotation. And guess what he's going to do with that, gentlemen? Learn on the job. Look at yesterday. He takes off Eze and brings on a defender player, a defensive player. When you've got Max Dowman, who we've watched Max Dowman, we've seen him. You got Ethan sitting over there. You've got players that can come in. These are players that we know for a fact can come in and at least inspire some form of inspiration, something to get the mojo going. And what does he do? He goes completely negative. Defense. This is all he knows is defend. Defend. He defends.
Can't win the game from the front.
Yeah.
I mean, if he brings on Max Dowman, at least you know he's gonna draw a foul, he's gonna draw a free kick, slow the game down, kill the game.
Yeah.
So that's all that's needed.
It's a fresh outlet and all, isn't it? Fresh set of legs, fresh ideas, fresh bit of momentum for the game. It was only for 5-10 minutes. Do you know what I mean? And that's what I've sort of said earlier as well. If you're going to bring on Mascara, fine, but make sure you couple it with some midfield or attacking substitutions. Don't let that be your only sub. Why couldn't he have put Ethan on and Max on? Why? As well as Mascara.
How many substitutions Arron did Sunderland make yesterday? What did Sunderland do? Oh, we're going for it.
Yeah.
We watched some random team this morning in the Bundesliga. We were sitting there watching it. I said, Lee, look, there it is. They're making 4 substitutions. 3, 4. They're ready to go. All of them offensive. Ready to go. What is it? I said, that was Arteta. It'd be defenders. And it was funny because I told him, I said, Lee, don't you realize that the manager did that last year? We were playing with 5 defenders, 6 defenders, 7 defenders. This isn't new. He's reverting back to type. Yeah. This isn't new. This is his behavior.
And do you know what? Do you know what as well adds to the worstness? I know that ain't even a word, but of it is because Sunderland were actually a lot better than us. They were peppering the goal at times. They looked dangerous. So if any game you didn't want to give the opposition basically a free hit to go, yeah, we're going to defend now. Keep coming. It was that game. So not only was it a poor decision anyway, given the circumstances of that game and the time and the scoreline, it makes it an even worse decision. Even worse decision. It's basics. It's basics. What we're saying here isn't like breaking the football science or anything like that. It's bulk standard common sense. And if this guy can't see it into his 7th season, oh yeah, but this is his first job. Yeah, he's been here for 7 seasons now. He's not a rookie. He should have learnt this by now. And I'll finish on this. If he Arteta either doesn't learn or takes way too long to. And you said it, Matty. What's he going to do? Learn on the job. Why are we paying £1 billion and waiting 6-7 seasons for a geezer to still be learning on the job? That should tell you everything you need to know.
I know people don't want to hear that. I know a lot of the tippity tops don't want to hear that. But the fact of the matter, is that this man is still learning on the job, and until he gets familiar with certain scenarios. And like I said, I give him credit because there's a few games this year. I was looking at his behavior. I said, okay, well, he's learned from that situation. He's learned, but now he's got to learn how to substitute players, win the substitute player. Yeah. There was a scenario yesterday. I think that one of the left backs for Sunderland was on a yellow. Well, exploit that. You exploit that when they're applying pressure. I can't tell you how many times we watched games today, this morning, where we were watching the teams and they would exploit, a player would get exploited and they would get a second yellow and they'd play a man down. This is tactical. This is tactical awareness. It's basic coaching. Oh, you're in a yellow. Okay, cool. Max Diamond, please. Let's get him up. Let's bring on an extra attacking player. Let's stretch the defense so that we have to keep them honest. So if they're going to commit coming forward like they did there in the last 5 minutes of their game, they will ultimately pay the price. Did anybody catch that slip by Declan Rice yesterday? Did anybody catch that? That was about to be chaotic. That was about to be crazy too. That's because we were so far up and we had nothing. We had nothing there in case we were caught out. It was all over the place at times yesterday in the last 10 minutes of the game. It was out of control. And this is why I said, Aaron, not to cut you off.
Now you're good, bro.
I'm gonna land this point here. Is that when we watched those games last year, JB, when we were all together on with Lee, and we watched that Newcastle, and I say it's getting out of control. It's getting out of control. It's getting out of control. It felt like I was watching those games all over again.
Carbon copy.
Yeah, it gets out of control, and then when it gets out of control, he doesn't know what to do.
Panics.
Yeah.
There was a lot of panic.
You can't look at
panics all the time. You've only got to look at him. You've only got to look at him on the touchline when Sunderland scored their first goal.
Yeah, he was looking. He didn't know what to do. It's like he was so in his mind, gentlemen. In most of these players' mind and in his mind, they probably thought they were going, we're going to keep these clean sheets because that's all they've heard for the last week. Oh, clean sheet. That's a clean sheet streak. 15-point Chelsea. They hear the same thing we've been hearing from Tippity Tops. So they bought into it.
We've got records, Matty. That's it.
Yeah, we're breaking the records. We're not breaking the right ones.
We'll break a record. We'll break a record this season. 4 years runners up.
Yeah. We'll be the first.
The thing is, we hear about injuries, right? Well, the injured players are Havertz, Jesus, and Madueke. So if they were sitting on the bench and we was 2-1 up, he wouldn't have bought them on anyway. He bought them a square up.
Thank you, JB. Because he has a habit of doing that.
So what difference does that make? How does injuries affect that then? Because he wouldn't have been bought. He wouldn't have been bringing on an attacking player anyway. He bought on one defender. Why didn't he slow the game down and make like 2 or 3 substitutions and kill the game when we're 2-1 up? Why didn't he ruffle it up? Dark Hearts. Where's all that gone?
Aaron, invited it. Go on, brother.
If has anybody noticed that when we were the last couple of weeks, we would sit here, all of us would sit on our respective shows or whatever, and we would all say, we're winning these games, but we're kind of getting by. And what was Arteta doing in those games? He be doing what? Putting on defenders. So then we get to a situation like yesterday, and then it's 2-1. Everybody said, well, why did he take off an offensive player and bring on a defensive player? He's been doing it for all year.
Been doing it all the time. And it's
the only one.
He's done that all the time. And people acting like yesterday, it's like, this is a new revelation. He's been doing that since he's been here.
Them players, Matty, them players as well, were all over the place. And do you know what? I reckon they just, couldn't deal with the fact that Sunderland wanted it more. They were in their face. And the crowd was I think they were right up for it. This is what the point that I'm going to get at. If you cannot deal with the Stadium of Light, a promoted side, Sunderland, how on earth are you going to deal with the big Champions League games? Because we're all hearing that we're going to win the quadruple now at the minute. If you cannot deal with that,
this is another thing. We're going to win all 4 trophies.
How are you going to deal with it when you go to PSG away? Come on, man. It's embarrassing. We look like a deer in headlights for most of that game. A lot of them players. And I know this probably goes for the vast majority of teams anyway. You know, if you've got a few players that aren't up to scratch, most of the time you don't win games. But wow, did we see that when the defense, are having a bit of a, Calafiori was going back to the Calafiori last season. Declan Rice, albeit was still decent, but he weren't a Declan Rice we've seen for the most of the season. Zubamendi, hot and cold. Marino, just whatever. Saka, knackered. All of a sudden then you're seeing a team that cannot pull together when a few of them ain't really going well. So far, we've had most of the players playing good. We've had Declan Rice playing out his skin. We've had the defence, fair dues. All of them have been fantastic. Fair enough, whatever. All of a sudden now you get one or two more players that ain't really playing that great, and we're being found out. We're being found out. And this is what we've been saying from the start.
But Arron, the thing is, right, what people don't realise as well, what a lot of fans don't realise as well, these players that have kept that tempo up from the start of the season to get where we're at have got to keep that up game in, game out, because every single game, because we haven't won a trophy, every single game is intense.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Rice can't drop a level. Zubamendi can't drop a level. Gabriel cannot drop a level, nor can Saliba, because there's no credit in the bank for these to have off days. They've got to pump this level out week in, week out, week in, week out. And when you do come up against a team like Sunderland, like you are against Everton away, like you will at Villa Park and places like this, they're not going to be able to produce it. So I say bring in the Ox. Big up Scott Lynham. Watch Arteta start Oxlade Chamberlain against Spurs. Nothing would surprise me with this manager.
I just, for me, it's like the most maddening thing about the whole thing is that, like I said, I go back to it again. You're up 2-1. You fought back. You got the lead, and it's like, why can't you get over that's one of the humps that we need to get over. Because when you look at those Manchester United teams under Fergie, they will find themselves in situations where it's wobbly situations, and they will find a way to win the game, which is one of the reasons why I hated Manchester United, because they will always find a freaking way to win the game. It didn't matter. It looked like all the chips was down. They find a way to win. You look at Manchester City. I kept telling Lee this in the 100-point season. They will find a way. If they went up a goal or two, they will blow you away. They will find a way to blow you away to make sure that you were nowhere near it. You look at Liverpool when the year they won in the year of the pandemic. They won the title that year. You had Origi. These find ways to win games and get over the line. And then when we find ourselves in a situation like yesterday, this early in the season. Now, do I think we're gonna go undefeated? Absolutely not. But at the same time, you're supposed to, when you're up 2-1 and you've only got a few minutes left in the game, you're supposed to close that out. It's there for you. That's there for you. And when you cannot do that, I have to start harkening back to why can't we close out those type of games? Because
where the manager earns his money, Matty.
Yeah, exactly. This is and that leads right on to what I was about to say. That is the separator in you winning a trophy or not. Those kind of games, those kind of moments like that. If we're in the Champions League semifinal and we need to close out a game, now guess what we would have done yesterday? We'd be heading extra time. If we're in the Carabao Cup, that happens. We're going to extra time. We got to close these games out. We've got to learn to develop the mentality to close this stuff out. But unfortunately, you've got a manager who refuses to learn from his mistakes and just keep repeating them over and over and over. Yesterday would have went a long way for a lot of these players. If we'd have won that game yesterday, I'd probably say that would have gave us the boost for at least the next 2 or 3 games. Coming off the international break, we now they're coming back from the international break. Yeah. So now you're coming back from the international break, and every game you play is pressure field. Yeah. Every single game now is pressure field.
North London Derby's the next game, Matty, after an international break, seeing City draw 4 points behind us.
What happens? and this is what I was saying on the emergency stream last night with Lee. If we lose this North London derby with a $1 billion team against that team that played Manchester United yesterday, if we do not win that game against Spurs, people better get ready to panic, because there's no reason we should not be beating some of these teams if we spent $1 billion. And that's the way I'm going to frame stuff this year. We spent $1 billion on this team. There's no reason why this team should not be competing and beating teams like Sunderland and teams like Spurs when we get back. Because everybody wants to joke. They want to joke comfortably. Everybody wants to joke and play about, oh, well, Spurs ain't nobody. Spurs ain't a threat. Spurs ain't this. Well, we got a $1 billion team. We've got Eze. We've got Rice. We've got, on paper, we should be going there to defeat Spurs and moving on and be ready to roll when we play. But I think we play Bayern Munich the next week, or Chelsea, whoever we play. But that's 3 games right there that are pressure
in our season
games. Yeah. This is the first.
Because another thing that worries me is how do the players react? Because it hasn't gone too well for them at Sunderland. They're 2-1 up. They've drawn the game 2-2. If we now stumble, even if we draw at home to Spurs, that's 2 back-to-back draws. How do the players react? Because psychologically, they're thinking, here we go again. Runners up last year, runners up the year before, knocked out the Champions League semi-final. Here we go again. It's happening again. How do they psychologically get themselves out of it now? Because there's new players in this team that haven't experienced it. Your Salibas, your Gabriels, your Sakas, Rice, they've all experienced all of this. So that game against Spurs now is added pressure, because if we get even a draw, Matty and Arron, even a draw at home is going to put added pressure on this squad.
Yeah, I'm telling you, because now you dropped 4 points. So now you're starting to look around, and then other teams are starting to catch up.
Chelsea away, Matty. After
they're only 6 points behind. So what happens if they beat us? They what? That's 3. That's 3 took off. See, this is what I'm saying. Aaron. I keep trying to tell folks, like, it's a long season, a very long season. In the time, I think I've told somebody this summer. It might have been, I can't remember who I told, but I told them, I said it's going to be like 74, 75 points this year. It's not going to be like blowing. It's not going to be a running away with the league this year. It's going to be a relatively low scoring title year. So if my predictions are holding to that, then guess what that means? Look at right there. Thank you, JB. Right on point. Look at this. There's 8 points separates us from everybody else. Look at this, all the way down to 10. Look at that, JB. And you're supposed to tell me we're gonna go roughshod all over the entire league.
League over by January, Matty.
That's what they said. Now you tell me what
done and dusted by February max.
Look at that.
Won't even get to March.
Look at that right there, and you tell me.
Look at Aston Villa, Matty.
They look at how many games they won in a row. Look at what they've been.
Play them twice. We've got to play them twice in December.
What manager does JB? What manager does our manager have the most trouble with? One of the team.
Unai Emery. Look at Man United, Matty. People are laughing about Man United. Look at them.
Yeah.
Nearly got the job done at Tottenham yesterday.
Yep.
Yeah, they've still got problems, but they're a different Man United to last season.
Well, didn't we say that?
Completely different.
Did we not say that? Did we not say that before the season started? We sat right here on your show. We said that's not gonna be the same Manchester United that we played last year.
People are laughing at Spurs, Matty, but they're in 5th.
They're in 5th. Look at
none of these teams are easy, and we've got to go. Look at Chelsea. Right. Yeah. Worst case scenario. Let's say Spurs we draw 27 points. City then go, but I think they got Leeds after the international break. City.
Oh, shit, that's a win. So
let's have a look. Oh, sorry. Let's go back. No, they got Leeds. I think they got Leeds after the international break. Well, they might have Newcastle. I can't remember. But anyway, Newcastle are not in good nick at the moment. So let's say City can do them.
Mate, all we've got to do is have 2 draws, Tottenham and Chelsea, and they'll be ahead of us on goal difference.
Right, 2 draws. We could be sitting, having our Christmas turkey, and we could see Man City being top of the league. That's another Christmas we ain't top of the league. And I said by Christmas, people were saying, and I said we'll be third or fourth come Christmas Day. Even Chelsea could overtake us by Christmas.
JB, this is what I'm trying to tell people, man.
But we've got 8 clean sheets. We've had 8 clean sheets. We've got the best squad in Europe. Zubamendi's world class. We've got the best
the record.
We got the October trouble.
We've got squad in depth. We've got players in every position. Yeah, we've got Norgard. Oh, I forgot we could have bought Norgard on. He'd have made a difference yesterday.
Yeah.
Man, he is, just to quickly cut in on that Norgard thing, he is absolute pants, isn't he?
Yeah.
That geezer is toilet. I'm sorry, he is absolute shambles of a player.
Why didn't Thomas Frank buy him? He was his captain at Brentford. He went to Spurs. He didn't even put an offer in for him.
I'd have rather Xhaka back.
Not even West Ham. West Ham didn't even put an offer in for him.
They said sensible signing. That's all I heard this summer was a sensible signing. Was that Norgard?
Look at this. Look at this. This is what we're up against. So even look
all the way down to all the way down to, look at this right here. Stop right there, 11. Look at Brighton right there. That's the 14 points right there. Man, this thing is a long way from being old.
It's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy. I just don't. This is what really, really annoys me. It's the garbage that I've had to put up with and what we've all had to listen to for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. They've been talking as if the league's won. October, they was just chatting out as if the league's won. And you're hearing all sorts of nonsense about this, that, and the other, and clean sheets, and no one can. How can someone score a goal against us? We don't. No one even shoots against us. We've only had 3 shots against us.
DJB, can I just quickly?
What happens when the team does score then?
Can I just quickly throw something in there as well? By the way, all our games up until January are against that. Where you just scrolled up now, but annoyingly, but 13th.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's it. From there, 13th. All but Wolves. Our next few fixtures up until January are against them sides.
Great point, Arron. So all of our fixtures, we've got. Yeah. Let's right. So have a look at this league table, and then we'll get the fixtures up. Right. Look at the league table. Look at the league table.
Yeah.
So apart from Wolves, right now we get the fixtures up.
Everyone in that top 13 that you
let's
just
go
had
and get
there,
the fixtures up because this is let's get the matches.
I'm telling y'all, it's going to be an extremely tough season. And if we continue to play,
there we go. So there's Tottenham. So we looked at the league table right the way down to Brighton. Look at all our fixtures that we've got.
You got to pull it up, JB.
Spurs. Oh, sorry, my friend. There we go. Let's blow this up. Worrying. Spurs.
Spurs are off 5th at the minute.
Why can't I? Where's all the other fixtures gone? Where's all the fixtures gone, my friend?
You might have just gone into the specific game, D.
Yeah. Hold on, JB. I got you. Hold on. I'm going to hook you up, brother.
There we go. There we go. Right, Spurs. Bayern Munich. Chelsea.
Third
in the table. December comes round. Brentford.
Who are... They were 12th.
Aston Villa. 7th.
6th at the minute.
At Villa Park.
At Villa Park. Where we don't play very well, to be honest. Our time at Villa Park is not very good. Notoriously don't do well at Villa Park. Club Brugge away.
No, they took care of. They dealt with Barcelona the other day.
They dealt with Barcelona. Wolves. So we've got a little. Well, you'd say we've got a respite.
You think that's a gimme?
Yeah.
They got to try to get points to stay out of relegation.
This is the one for me. This is the one for me, people. Everton away. This is the one for me. We struggle against Moisey anyway when he was at West Ham.
New stadium.
This is the one for me. New stadium. Yeah.
4 points off a top
then
4, by
look,
the way, worth adding.
Look, yeah. Then
Don't look
look, Crystal Palace quarterfinal.
That won't be the same Palace we played a couple of weeks ago, by the way.
No, that's going to be a completely different Palace.
Right.
You'll see the cup side Palace come out of that. You'll see the Glasner Cup version. There it is, Brighton.
Yeah, 11th.
They play football. They come to play football. So
And this is all, chat, this is all from November to the end of December. This is before we get to January.
JB, can I drop this in here? Hold right there. Go back. Go back to Brighton right quick. Danny Welbeck could start on this game. They won't have that when we played Brighton in the cup, and then they have the regular players out there, and you saw that they still almost did us in. Right here, they have the full team out here for this game.
Oh, 100%. That ain't the same Brighton we played in the Carabao Cup. No way. Not going to
They've
be
got
the
a
same
good record
Brighton.
at the Emirates and all.
Yeah, that's not going to be the
Really
same
good.
Brighton. The Brighton we played in the Carabao Cup be completely different. But everyone was getting excited when we beat them in the Carabao Cup. Rightly so. It was a good result. But at the end of the day, come on. As me and Aaron said earlier on, Matty, I don't think Arsenal have not really played brilliant football for 90 odd minutes this season. We've played like 20 minute spells. That's it.
The only like the most
Forest, wasn't it?
I would probably say Athletic, and that was it.
Athletic, yeah, that was it.
Probably about it. Yeah, that's probably about it for me.
That's it. Yeah.
Even the first half, whilst we were
Yeah,
the
the first
better
half was
side, it was.
And there we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there you go. We get to the end of December. We've not even looked at January's fixtures yet, but you get to the end of December and we've got Villa. So the next games, November, they're going to come thick and fast. Over the Christmas period is basically, apart from Wolves, all the top sides.
Go to January. I want y'all to see what's in January. I want you to go down to January and look at the January fixtures.
Bournemouth away. Tough.
Yeah.
Tough. Semenyo,
Massively
people
tough.
like that. They're a tough team to play against at Bournemouth.
Watch this.
Oh man.
Watch this. Keep going. Watch this. Watch this. Who is that?
Liverpool.
Who is that right there? Who is that right there? Who is that right there? When is that? January 8th.
Yeah.
Right out the gate.
Before an FA Cup game, that will be as well.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everybody.
Well, that'd be the Thursday. That's a Thursday. That's weird. So that'd be the Thursday, and then you'll have January the 8th, and then you'll have the FA Cup. Then Forest away.
Let me tell you something. If Forest keep winning that European games, you watch the confidence start to.
Yeah. Then you got Milan. This is January.
Yeah, we're going there. By the way.
Manchester
United.
United.
Right there. Look at that right there.
Liverpool, Man United in the same month.
What is that right there, JB?
Exactly.
See,
not the Man United of the last season.
What I told Aaron, remember when the schedule was released?
Yeah.
And I told folks, I said, "Woo, my God, look at this schedule. There's no room to hide. There's nowhere to go. There's no."
This is what I'm saying. Every single game is pressurized now. Every single game. That's why people say, "Oh yeah, but it's a good point. Sunderland have not been beaten at home." You have to beat teams like Sunderland, no matter how well they're playing at home.
Yeah, you got to find 3 points
because there's bigger cats around the corner.
Yep. Oh, yeah,
You've got to beat Sunderland. You can't go to Sunderland and drop points as much as they're doing well. You don't spend £1 billion on a football team and a manager who a lot of the fan base say he's one of the top 3 managers in the world, and draw against Sunderland.
Do you know what as well? Granted, yeah, you're going to have bad results along the way, but do you know what worries me more than anything is our inability to bounce back instantaneously.
Well, Aaron, how many times have we've seen this where we drop games like this?
Yeah.
We go into the international break. I always tell y'all this. We tend to have problems coming off of an international break, and then when we come back, you're walking right into the North London Derby. Then you deal with that. Then you play Bayern Munich. Then you play. It's like JP. We said this at the beginning of the season. Every game is a cup final this season.
Every single one.
Every single game is a cup final. So now you start dropping points, and those points that you're dropping starts to add up in the other direction. And while City finds ways to keep winning, And then Liverpool, I keep telling people, when Salah goes off to AFCON, you better get ready because then Liverpool will find their form and they'll say, okay, we can actually play expansive football. We can actually play. And we can actually, because they're playing through Salah now. They're trying to make everything through Salah. They're trying to get everything to go over there. And once he goes, then they'll open it up, and then they'll start becoming a problem. See, every year there's a team that struggles in the beginning part of the season that turns around in the second half of the season and they find a way to go on some kind of a crazy run.
Usually City.
Yep, and usually City. This year City's kind of they're kind of starting the curve where they normally go up, and then they're coasting in the second half of the season. Liverpool is the one that's struggling, but then when you know what happens when Liverpool starts struggling, they'll say, you know what? They'll get to the second half of the season, they'll put 3 or 4 or 5 games together, and then before you know it, now here they come. Manchester, as he said, Manchester United, 8 points. If they would have won that game yesterday, if they didn't won the last 2 games, we're having a completely different discussion about Manchester.
Look at this, Matty and Aaron. Look at City's fixtures, right? They've got Newcastle, who are not in good form after. Then they've got Bayer Leverkusen at home. Tough one, right? But then look at this. Remember now, we've got Chelsea away. We've got Aston Villa and everything else. Look at their next lot of fixtures after that. Leeds at home. They're going to smash them. Fulham away.
3 points.
Sunderland at home. Sunderland are not very good away.
That's a tricky one.
There you go. So when you've seen who we're playing in December. We've got Liverpool, Man United. These have got Fulham and Sunderland.
I just told you 6 points. That's at least
Palace away.
Look, all through December, they've got winnable games. West Ham and Brentford, back-to-back home games on the 17th and the 20th of December. Come on, man. Come on.
Forest away. Who did they finish December on? Are they,
I'm not being funny.
On the 30th?
I said we will not be top in December. Nottingham Forest. Look at their fixtures. Palace, Brentford, West Ham, Forest. We could easily be 6 points behind them on Christmas Day.
Easily, possibly 15 points right there.
Facts.
Look at Chelsea's fixtures coming up.
Let's get Chelsea's fixtures up. Honestly, man, this is
This is why as well it's imperative we don't let the rot continue. We've drew a game. We have to get back to winning ways. Have to. I mean, that's an obvious statement anyway, but it's massively important we don't fall into this little, we conceded now, we've dropped points. Oh, we'll do it again against Spurs. Then all of a sudden the Chelsea game becomes an even more pressured sort of game. You drop points there, you've all of a sudden you've drew 3 or lost some on the bounce. It's no good. We need to win that North London derby and just put this draw aside. But do you know what? From what I've seen in previous seasons, you're not confident about it. We should be whipping the floor, wiping the floor of Spurs. The very fact that we're sitting here, or I'm definitely sat here, I'll speak for myself, and thinking, Spurs could be a tricky game. We have to win that is embarrassing in itself. 7 seasons in, $1 billion spent. I should be sitting there texting my mates already going, I can't wait till we absolutely annihilate you at the Emirates.
But that's why
we're not.
I said if we end up losing to that team and we spend $1 billion,
yeah,
and that team they really hadn't looked that hot all year, then we got to have some serious questions about what's going on here for this season. And people
Here we go. Have a look at Chelsea. I've pulled Chelsea's December fixtures up. Leeds, Bournemouth, Everton, Newcastle, Villa. They got Bournemouth twice in December. So they're all winnable as well. They've got no Liverpools, they've got no City, they've got no,
Got some tricky ones, but you just never know with Chelsea, do you? That's their biggest downfall and their biggest asset. They can be unbelievable one week and absolutely pants the next week.
But one thing you do know, Aaron, they're going to turn up against us.
Yeah, especially at the bridge.
They will definitely turn up against us. Big up everyone in the chat, guys. Make sure that you're subbing to Matty, the Southern Gooner, Arron as well. Make sure that you're subbing. And guys, thank you for joining us tonight. Absolute legends, people. Absolute legends. Make sure you smash a like. There's 117 in. Please smash a like on it. It does help us. Thank you very much indeed. No, it's worrying, and as I said, I can't be doing with all of this overhype and overexcitement. Yeah, it was nice to get excited. It's nice to be top of the league. Of course it is. And the manager, you think, just when you think you've turned the corner, though, this is what I'm trying to say is, I've seen some games where I think, hang on a minute, he's learned his lesson now. He's done okay there. And then yesterday, there was a lot of stuff that went on that you just think, oh, no. I saw that against Newcastle last season. I saw that in the game against... and it just comes back. It is still worrying. It's still a worry. There's still big question marks whether this man can get us over the line. And as I said, when you look at the games coming up, if that's a Champions League game yesterday, that's a Champions League game yesterday, and we're playing the knockout stage, and we're at home and we're 2-1 up. What does he do? Does he bring on a defender? What does he do?
Bring on a defender, and then we go to extra time.
And don't do anything in that 30 minutes either, Matty.
Yep.
And that will just sail past us for that 30 minutes. That will just sail past us, and we'll play for penalties. We won't go for it. Of course we won't. It's ridiculous. We've seen it. This manager don't know how to deal with that level. When the pressure and the occasion gets serious, that's what separates the boys from the men. It does. It always has done, and it always will do. You find out who the best in business are and who the guys that can't quite hack it in semi-finals and finals. And we've seen this manager fail time and time again. Go on, mate.
Does anybody now realize the importance of why when the season started, me and JB were saying we was on with Potts, and we kept saying how critical it was that we should go to Liverpool and pick up points.
Yeah.
Now, people thought I was crazy when I said, you got to win this game. You got to go win this game. City. That was 6 points right there that we needed. We needed all 6 of those.
We lost the game an hour and 15 minutes before when we see the lineup.
Yep.
Well, we didn't win it at least. We lost it obviously at Liverpool. Almost lost it at Man City.
Boys, how many times have we looked back over the seasons when we've finished runners up and gone, the game against Fulham, the game against Villa? Already, that's why I was fuming I remember I went on Potts's and I got absolutely slaughtered. And I'm saying, but these are the games that are going to come back to haunt you. Oh, but it's only like game 2 or game 3 in. We've got plenty. And I said, it doesn't matter. Liverpool are there for the taking. Go and get the 3 points at Anfield. And then at City, look at City at home. What did we do there? Look what we done there. Played all sort of negative and boring and sideways and everything else. Points dropped then. Now, but that was all forgotten about. When we kept 8 clean sheets going in before the Sunderland game, the Liverpool game weren't even spoken about. The Man City game weren't even spoken about. Now, City are 4 points behind. You've seen their December fixture lists. Now, suddenly, that Liverpool game at Anfield that we played and the City game at home at the Emirates, suddenly it's thinking, hang on a minute, that's 6 points there we should have had.
Mate,
we'd still be 7-8 points clear now.
Yeah. They could surpass us even before December, mate. They could.
And how many times, Aaron, not to cut across, but how many times have I told you, sit there, whether I'm on the phone with y'all or on a panel with y'all, and said that how many times have you seen Mikel Arteta run down and overtake another manager to win anything of significance? You've never seen it. So if we end up losing this lead, there's a very high possibility we're probably not going to get it back.
But
that's just
we've never seen it. We've never seen it, mate. And it's not as if we've got 10 games of a bite-sized chunk to go on. We've got about 200-300.
Yeah.
It's not. It's madness when you sit there and think about it. We've got a lot of games to go on. We've got a 6-year chunk of historical facts that we can go back on and look and go, yep, this is why we think this is this, this is that. Not just 10 games. And that's madness when you hear the context. It's funny how the top gooners, the deluded, the absolute double deluded ones, are like, oh yeah, how could anyone want this manager out if you're not fit to wear the shirt or the badge? Absolutely not fit to wear the shirt or the badge if you think Arteta should be sacked now after 10 games. So you're happy with this 10-game context, but you're also in the same sentence happy to abolish the last 200.
Yeah.
What one is it? What one is it? It's batshit, man. And that's, you know what, I know it's probably changing the subject ever so slightly, but what a disgrace, people saying you're not fit to wear the shirt if you're not happy with what's going on, if you're not getting beyond the team, if you don't love Mikel Arteta, you're not fit to wear the badge or the shirt. Saying it to people that's gone 50 years to Arsenal Football Club. Come on. It's beyond a disgrace. It's embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing.
We'll see what they
But
say come May. I want to see what they say at the end of May.
Well, we know because they said it last May and the May before that and May 22 and May 21. We know.
But the thing is, Matty, right? A lot of the fans now were saying if he doesn't win the Champions League or the Premiership, he's got to go. I bet that changes. If we're out of the Premiership title race,
they'll say the Carabao.
And when we're knocked out the Champions League, if we win the Carabao Cup, you watch all that change. You watch people turn around and go, "Oh yeah, no, you got to give him time. You got to give him more. You got to give him a couple of more seasons. He's won silverware. What more do you want?
Give him another billion. Give him another billion.
Keep throwing money at it. Keep throwing money at it. I've already had Arsenal fans in discussions turning around and saying about, oh, perhaps we need to strengthen again in January. Hang on a minute. Everyone's been happy with our squad.
Yeah. Squad depth.
Yeah? Squad depth.
Best squad in the world.
Let's just put it another way, right? We are, and I said this, we are 2 probably injuries away from complete disaster. 2. We're probably 3. 3 would be a complete disaster. But let's say Timber gets injured and Rice gets injured. You're looking at a midfield of Zubimendi and Norgard.
Yeah.
Zubimendi and Norgard in midfield with Marino or Havertz or whoever up front. Zubimendi and Norgard as your midfield, and you're saying that this team is the best team in Europe? Come on. What is that going to win?
We've got no one. If Rice gets injured, that'll be curtains for me because we've got no one in that entire squad that can do anything.
Backup, Arron.
Anything that closely resembles what he does for this team.
Nope.
So I don't understand where people are saying we've got all this squad depth and we've got cover in every position. You might have cover in a position if you're playing the likes of, no disrespect, Carlisle in the FA Cup. But if you've got to go to Everton and you've got Norgard and Marino in your midfield, we see what Zubimendi and Norgard in midfield. We see how Zubimendi turned out against Sunderland.
Shocking first 45.
Brighton.
Shocking.
Can you imagine if you're going into games like Everton away and places like this with a midfield of Zubimendi and Norgard and Ben White at right back?
Yeah, ain't happening, mate. It ain't
so
happening.
Where is it? I don't. Yeah, the squad's stronger. I'd say it's stronger. There's more choice, but choice don't give you strength. Choice don't give you a Premiership winning team. Look what City had on their bench today. They were bringing on men like Mamouche.
Yeah, Mamouche off the bench.
Mamouche off the bench. Who have we got off the bench? Oh, we've got when people are going to say, oh, yeah, Wanyeri. Well, you don't trust Wanyeri. Why do you think I call him Ethan Smith-Rowe? Doesn't play him. Doesn't trust him. Doesn't like him.
It refuses to bring on dominant and critical situations. Like yesterday.
Yeah.
Doesn't like him.
Like you said, his quick feet would have been an absolute nightmare for that fullback that was at a yellow card.
Couple of free kicks, James won. Couple of free kicks, it's won. Get the ball to Dowman. He twists. They bring him down. Free kick. Kill some time.
Yeah.
Game's won. Come
Yep.
out of there 2-1. Whole different situation.
And you got a fresh set of legs. That's what we keep saying, a fresh set of legs. That midfield was shot to pieces. Everyone in front of that defence were absolutely ran into the ground. And you bring on one centre-back to make up for that. So you got five centre-backs. Mikel Merino doing whatever the fuck Mikel Merino was doing. I mean, I don't even know. He may as well not even been on the field. And then you've got 3 other geezers in front of him. What? They're knackered. They're shattered. They're devoid of any energy or effort. How can you do that whilst you've then invited the pressure onto a team that were growing into the game more by more towards the end of it, and you fucking allow 3 players to protect that defence that have got no legs left? I just don't get it.
No.
It winds me up when I think about it. When you're looking there and thinking, why just not at least take Saka off and bring on Ethan or Max? He was out of fucking camera shot for about 30 seconds because he couldn't get back. And then he finally gets back and someone's just passing the ball around him. You can just see he's done. His race is ran and he stays on for a further 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's embarrassing. Like, that is embarrassing. Like, if he was my mate, I'd go up to him and say, Mikel, are you feeling all right, mate? Like,
Yeah.
what's the matter with you? Like, you know, you got the best seat in the house. You've got geezers there crawling. They're literally crawling.
Yep.
And you're leaving them on for another 10. You donut. What you playing at, Mick? Come on, mate. Do you know what I mean? This geezer's on 300k a week, Mikel Arteta. That's what we get for it. That's what we get. Inept managerial decisions. When the time comes to earn your money, he doesn't earn it. He just shies. What Matty says, he shies back to what he knows. Or just defend. Bring on another defender. That's all he knows. And what he knows isn't good enough. What he knows is how to fail. Shock. We can see the goal straight away. It's what we've seen time and time again. We ain't got no crystal balls here on the panel. World-class chat. None of you got a crystal ball. We just see it time and time again. It's so easy to predict. So easy to predict. I don't know.
I know it is frustrating. I mean, listen. I mean, people say, "Oh, yeah, you know, look, moaning over one result," but the problem is, it ain't one result. It's evidence of seasons gone by. It's not one result.
It's one more result.
Yeah.
It's one more result.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's one more result. This ain't one result. This is results that we've seen before. This is the West Ham's at home. This is evidence of Fulham away. This is it. The problems are still there, you know. And there's players looking tired as well. I mean, Saka don't look half the player he does. I know he took his goal well. He took it brilliantly, but he just don't look the player. You know, and this is what we're on a fine line, aren't we? We're on a fine line of greatness or absolute capitulation. You know, it's going to go one way or the other. But I mean, it's only going to take a couple of, you know, and it's just crazy, man. Just crazy. But I don't know, man. I don't know. But where do we think we're going to? How do you think we're going to bounce back from this then? Because obviously we've got the North London derby is going to be massive now, isn't it? It is absolutely massive. What does he do? Does he go in? Has he got to attack it? Do you think he'll go in cautiously? You know, because he's been bitten now, isn't he? You know, the problem I've got with this manager as well is when he gets a bad result, the following game he kind of treads a little bit, keeps it safe, keeps it tight, doesn't he? Or should we go into that North London derby all guns blazing?
If he knows what's best for him, he better win that game. If he loses the North London, look, if we drop points in that derby, then the pressure's gonna really start getting wrapped up. You got Bayern and Chelsea. Chelsea's not a gimme, regardless of how they play when they play. It's still Chelsea. They're still gonna want to play. You remember that year? Was it the year before last when Mudryk first got there and everybody, we'll beat Chelsea? What happened that year? What happened? Yeah, you remember that? Yeah. That's why I said we've got 6 years of this stuff. We can go back. You can just pull games out of the air. Every time it looks like we're supposed to do something, we end up flopping. So for me, he has to come in. We've got to find a way to win the number one in Derby. We need to win it and win it convincingly. He apparently, if everybody's supposed to be healthy, there should be no discussions about anybody not having a quality team to put out on the pitch. Everybody's supposed to be back, or whoever's supposed to be back will be good to go. That's why I said you're going to win that game, and then we need to beat Bayern Munich. We have to beat Bayern Munich because we hadn't beat Bayern Munich in God knows how long. It's been about 10 years, ain't it?
Yeah, no, Bayern Munich's
It's a long time to beat Bayern.
Yeah. It's confidence thing as well, isn't it? I mean, it's a confidence thing, isn't it? We've got to bounce back. There's a guy here, look, fake Arsenal fans full of jobless car addicts. Well, I'll tell you what, mate. You tell me how many Arsenal matches you've attended to in your lifetime, and I'll tell you how many I've been to. I've been going since 1974. I've seen probably every single trophy that's won by this football club, home and away. 1994 Cup Winners' Cup final, Champions League final. And the fact of the matter is, I've seen Arsene Wenger, I've seen George Graham, I've seen Terry Neal win stuff. I've not seen this manager win anything significant yet. So, yeah, what more can I say? All right, go follow AFTV and listen to everything Rosie every single week, win, lose or draw. Go and watch them. Idiot. Right. Yeah, no, I agree, mate. I mean, what do you want, fake fans and all that? Do you know what I mean? It's crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. You say things that are real. You say things as it is. You, and they call you fake, but it is what it is, people. It is what it is. Yeah, mutant. Yeah, never mind, chat. There's always one. Always one.
Vile thing.
Vile
thing he is. Vile.
Yeah. That's all right. We just get rid of him. No problem.
Yeah, no, he's gone.
Yeah, absolutely.
Never really mind someone bantering or having a different opinion and all that. And I won't mention what he wrote, but
yeah, I know. I see it. Yeah. Mate, but the thing is, right, I haven't got a problem with people having a different opinion. I haven't got a problem with people backing this manager. But don't get all personal and everything like that just because we are stating facts. And we've been positive. We've praised this manager this season. We've praised the team more than once this season. But you have to balance it up. You have to look at the evidence. You also have to look at the same patterns of what's been going on at this football club. And quite simply, whether you like it or not, whether you're Arteta in or Arteta out, whether you think we're fake fans or not, if this manager doesn't win anything substantial this season, he's gone. He's gone. The Cronkies and Berta are not loyal to him. They don't owe him anything. The Cronkies have given him everything he's wanted, £1 billion, everything he wanted. Berta's got him all the squad he wants, all the players he wants. Berta's even gone and got players that he didn't want. The money's been spent. The fans have been behind him. Pure and simple, whether you like it or not. Get your head round it, people. He will not be here next season if he wins nothing.
He's on borrowed time.
Be here.
He's on borrowed time. He's on borrowed time. He has every game. You kind of saw it in his face yesterday. He knows I can't afford to be losing points like that, dropping points. He knows.
Yeah, and he should have that kind of pressure on him, Matty. He should have this kind of pressure on him if this was his first season. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're here to win or tala. For me, I mean, I didn't want him in the first place, but he's 6 seasons overstayed his welcome. And the very fact that he's still here, messing around, learning on the job, doing all these tactical, farcical decisions, or not even making the decisions, it's beyond me. Only Arsenal Football Club. Even Tottenham stacked Ange after winning their first trophy in 18, 19 years or whatever it was. One day Ramos, I think, got them the Carabao Cup or Carling Cup, whatever it's called, and they was like, "Ta-la,
Thank you.
cheers for the cup, mate, but we're gonna try and
Not
go a
good
little
enough.
bit higher, mate.
Yeah, not
Thank
good
you.
enough. Got to
Bye-bye."
raise the bar. Yeah. And the thing is, right, I said this, and I said this respectfully. I believe that in modern day football, managers have a shelf life, and it's normally around about 6, 7 years. If they win trophies within that time, brilliant. But if they don't, then it's probably about their max. I said that the squad we had last year, when it had 700 odd million pounds spent on it, should have been good enough to win a Carabao Cup.
Yep.
People are going on about our squad depth this year. Oh, yeah, but we didn't have the squad last year. No, we got to the semi-final of the Carabao Cup. That squad we had last year should have been good enough to beat Newcastle and win a Carabao Cup. FA Cup, we should have won an FA Cup. Palace won the FA Cup last season. You're telling me that Palace were a better team than us?
We can't even get past the fourth round, eh?
Don't even get past the fourth round, exactly. So what I'm trying to say is
10 Man United. 10 Man United.
10 Man United
At
on
home.
penalties. What a shocking performance that was at home, right? And I can't
Odegaard.
remember when it was, but I pulled up. People went, oh, yeah, but the injuries. I pulled up the squad we played against Man United. And I pulled up the squad we played against Newcastle. And I think it was only Saka that was out injured. Other than that, we had a full team. And this is what I'm trying. This is what people don't realise. People are going, yeah, but this is the season. Look at the squad. Look at the squad. What, we didn't have a good squad last season. We finished runners up last season. We finished runners up the season before with the same squad.
Yeah.
So why didn't we win anything last season then? Why didn't we win a cup the season before? If you are finishing runners up in a league and missing out by 2-3 points against one of the best teams in Europe at that time, Man City, you should at least be winning a cup, minimum.
Yeah, 100%.
So just because we've signed Eze, Gyökeres and Zubimendi, who, by the way, Eze hasn't really done much, and players like, just because we've signed Eze, Gyökeres, Norgard, Zubimendi and Madueke, that, by the way, no one wanted, suddenly we're turned into this world-beating team and we're going to win the quadruple. Where do people get off on all of this? I just don't understand it. How can you go from finishing runners up and winning nothing to signing 4 players and then getting labelled winning the quadruple or the treble? Fans have been talking about winning the treble.
Man, you need to get the first cup over the line first, man. They're talking about winning the trebles, going, this will be the year where, you know, we win 4 in the trot, 3 in the trot. I've heard it all, mate. I've heard it all.
We should be focused on the Carabao Cup.
That is important, Matty. That is important. And we've said it, haven't we? How many times have we said it? We need to win that Carabao Cup. Because if we've got any chance of going on to winning more cups, that Carabao Cup is key. Because that gives you all the confidence to go on. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. I mean, AFC have called it. It's just delusional. I haven't got a problem with fans that get behind the team. I haven't got a problem with fans that support the manager. That I haven't got a problem with. My biggest problem is the over stupidity comments they come out with.
Yeah.
Best team in the world. We done me, Shane, Jez, Kenny, and Gianni done the topic show tonight. Yeah. Top managers. Top 20 managers. Wenger didn't even make it. Wasn't even in the top 20. We went through the Trappatonis. We went through Ancelotti's. We bought up, big up Shane to him. He bought up everything these managers have won. Yeah. We bought up Alex Ferguson. There was loads of managers there, right? Hundreds of managers. top 20 managers. I mean, these guys were winning European Cups. Brian Clough back-to-back European Cups and things like that with his team. And we was bringing up these managers and all what they've won, domestic cups, league titles, European, UEFA Cup, Cup Winners' Cup. I mean, it was just crazy of all what they've done. And people are putting Arteta above these managers.
First, second, and third.
Yeah. Nowhere near.
Scan toilet.
They're putting Arteta in the same bracket as Trapattoni and... Do you know what I mean? I mean, come on, man. It's just... He's won the same amount of trophies. Well, he's won less than Glasner. But in English football, he's won the same amount of trophies as Glasner. He's won an FA Cup, which you might as well say weren't his team, really. He's won an FA Cup that weren't his team and a couple of charity shields.
Yep.
I mean, this is... But, Matty, this is the problem I've got. It's them sort of comments that I don't understand. I want someone to sit me down and go, right, the reason why we put Arteta in this is because he wears nice trousers or, you know, I like his shoes. I like the way he comes across in the press conference. Yeah, but how does that make him the best manager in the... Because this is what I've had. Oh, yeah, it's the way he comes across. It's the way he galvanises the fans. And it's what he's done at the club. He's brought everyone together and everything. Yeah, but how does that make him in the bracket of the top managers in the world? Because he hasn't won anything.
Nope. You look at all those managers that you talked about. All of them have European pedigree.
Oh, man. Some of the managers were insane.
European pedigree. And some of them even have European and international pedigree.
World Cup winners, Matty.
Oh, I'm saying. And then you're supposed to sit up and say, oh, this guy here who has gotten $1 billion. Top
Billion.
Billion. Billions and billions. Billions. Billions.
Mate, he's not even...
Billion.
He's had over £1 billion. And now they're talking about strengthening in January.
Yeah. Say, I got asked this week, well, do you think we need to strengthen in January? No, for what? I mean, I think we found what we got personally. What you got much money we spent players, all these players coming back here. See what he can do. These are his players. JB, all of these players coming back, he signed these players. This is a full squad. You make it work. This is the year. This is what I told you. I call this the Isle of Patmos. And I told you all, I said, we're going to see it this year. This is it. This is it. Joshua is watching, and we know Berta is watching. And you just let's think about watching this now. Watching it just the same way we're watching it, they're watching it. There's no more excuses, JB. There's no more excuses. In this fan base, some of the people in this fan base can keep going on about this manager and this and that and the third. I'm just telling you like it is. If he doesn't win anything this year, he's out of here. And you can go wherever he decides to go after that. You're more than welcome to follow him. I'll still be supporting Arsenal regardless of the fact. And guess what, JB? Watch this. Arron came back right on time. Watch this. If the next manager comes in and he's doing the same thing Arteta's doing, guess what? We're going to be right on his ass too.
Yeah, exactly.
Equal opportunity, baby. It doesn't matter. If Arteta's gone, the next man, if he doesn't come in and get the job done, he's going to get held to the same standard. I don't change with the East win. $1 billion spent, a FA Cup that almost 10 years, damn near 10 years ago, the way it's going. You're working on year 6, heading towards 7 at one of the biggest clubs in the universe. In the universe.
Matty, as well, what precedent does it set for the next manager, future managers, whatever? You can come to this club, you can spend the best part of a decade, spend the best part of $1 billion onwards, and you still won't be sacked.
Yeah. And do nothing.
It's such a
And-
poor. It's poor precedent to set. We need to be ruthless with him. If this year we don't do it, get rid.
And you
Next year
talking,
the geezer don't do it, get rid.
and you got Barcelona fans talking about sack Flick.
Yeah.
And he
Liverpool
just,
already wanting slot out, bruv.
yeah, slot out. Hashtag slot out. This is already. And he just won him a title. But
Yeah.
then you look at Arsenal fan, hey man, we're the one that say, yeah, but he needs another $3 billion. He needs $3 billion. A couple of new kits. Let's sign a couple of more Premier League proven players. Sensible signings.
That's just
Norgard.
crazy.
Yeah. Just get ready.
Norgard.
Yeah, Norgard.
Madueke. I mean, come on, man. No one wanted him. Let's see how he performs when he comes back, if he gets in the team.
Me and Lee over there watching Nico Jackson at Bayern Munich looking like a revived player, a new player.
Oh, flying. Yeah. Look at that. That's going to be a tough game, that Bayern Munich. We get our pants pulled down very quickly against
hey. Elise is chopping at the bit to deal with Calafiori.
Calafiori's going to, Calafiori's going to, Elise, yeah. Calafiori's going to be tested on that game, big time.
Yeah. He'll have the piss taken out of him, Calafiori.
Yeah.
Even if Elise's slightly on it, he'll rip him into the ground. He'll drive him into the ground like a fucking tent peg on a wet day, mate. Honestly.
The only thing that's saving us is I think Diaz is going to be out of that game, and he got a red card the other night, so he'll probably be out of that game. And there's one other person I think that's injured. I want to think is Alphonso Davies. I think Alphonso Davies is out of it. But I mean, you'll still have most of the spine of that team, so it's not like it's going to be a walk in the park. Still got Serge Gnabry over there, so Serge Gnabry can easily make up for it. He's clinical, so I mean that Bayern is going to be really, really tricky.
But again, we've got to go at it at 100%, Matty, haven't we? We've got to that's what I'm saying. There's no room for error. He's going to, me and Arron was saying, rest a few players up, because at the end of the day, we might have enough. We've got 12 points. We might have enough credit in the bank, but he ain't going to do it against Bayern Munich, is he? I mean, let's be honest, He ain't going to do it. So let's say he lines up with the Rices and all of that. They've got to be on it again. I mean, Zubamendi can't clown around in midfield, can he? He get caught in possession.
I genuinely think the games that sandwich that Bayern Munich fixture are more important than the Bayern Munich fixture, purely because of the points we've amassed already. And that's not to say I want or would like us to take Bayern Munich lightly or make wholesale substitutions. I just sort of think, if we don't get the results against Tottenham and Chelsea, that's severely damning to our season, a little bit more than a draw or worst case scenario, a loss against Bayern is, because of the fact that it's a league table that goes into the knockouts, because you can finish up to 8th and get through, albeit, of course you want to finish higher up. But for me, them two games are a little bit more important. And if you said to me, who do you want to play Rice against, or do you want to play Saka against, a fully fit 100%, let's just say hypothetically, or a Saliba or a Gabriel, who do you want them fully fit against? Chelsea away or Bayern Munich away? I'm going with Chelsea away. I'm sorry. If Arsenal had 7 points in the Champions League, I'll be going, look, we need to fucking get a win there. Absolutely. But the fact that we've got them points on the board, I just think this is where a bit of managerial nous and a bit of rotation could come into play. But, we're talking about Mikel Arteta, and he's probably one of the worst man management.
I see where you're coming from, because you're saying then we can beat Bruges, we can beat that carrier out, and that should be enough to get us through. So
that's 18 points, D. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so you'd sacrifice the Bayern game to get maximum points at Chelsea.
Sacrifice makes it sound harsher. I would just probably make smart decisions in terms of resting players. Maybe I would sort of rest a Rice. Maybe I would rest one of Gabriel or Saliba. Maybe I would rest a Bukayo Saka, especially considering, we should have players coming back. I just think, granted, we should be able to play a team that would be able to beat all three. But like I said, if you had a gun to my head and said, right, these 3 players in your team, the spine of your team-ish, Gabriel, a Rice and a Saka, they're going to be all 100% fit. You just pick a game. Do you want the Bayern game or do you want the Chelsea game? I'm going for the Chelsea game. I'm sorry. It's more important considering the circumstances. But that's not, like I said, not to say I'll throw the buying game.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just
No, I
how
see
I'm
where you're
looking at
coming
it.
from. I see where you're coming from because we've got 12 points and our next games are Bruges. I think it's Bruges.
Carry
Is it
out into
Milan
Milan.
and Carriot at home?
Yeah, we finished with
We've
carry
got
out.
two aways. We've got 2 aways and 1 home, haven't we?
Yeah.
Bruges and Milan away, and then
2 home and 2 away.
Is
if
it
you
2
include
home?
the buying game, yeah, because you've got Bayern at home.
Yeah,
and
no.
then carry out away,
After the buying game, it's
Yeah,
2
yeah.
away, 1 at home, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, we could even get a point against Bayern at home, and that might,
Yeah.
bearing in mind we have got Bruges. But then, having said that, if we do lose against, see, it's psychic again. The problem is with the Champions League, especially like the way we play in it sometimes, is if we do lose at home against Bayern, and we don't get the result against Chelsea. Suddenly, that Bruges game is like playing Real Madrid. Do you know what I mean? It's massive, isn't it? So, what would you do, Matty? Would you rest players against Bayern, or would you get the 3 points, get the job done, and then concentrate on Chelsea?
I would probably go strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta have. That's a mental hurdle game for me. Bayern Munich is a massive mental hurdle game. The club needs it. We have not done well with Bayern anytime we faced them lately. And then you take that momentum and you take that into the Chelsea game. But we know what he's going to do anyway. He's probably going to play the full string team anyway. That's who he is. He does it all the time.
Yeah, 100%.
Or
He'll do it regardless.
Yeah, he's probably going to go with the full string team anyway. And then you got to kind of start thinking about it this way, gentlemen. I mean, you once we get out of December, it's going to have to be full string for you out almost. Because once you get into January, you're talking Carabao Cup, FA Cup starts, Champions League still going on, and then you're talking about the league. Now we're going to find out if we really do have squad depth. The squad depth there I was talking about. This is why you're starting to hear people say, do we need to get extra in January? Do we need to buy in January? And you ask them why. Why do we need to buy in January? What do we need that we don't have already? Oh, we need it because at the beginning of the season they said we're locked in, we're ready to go. We don't need anything else. Now all of a sudden it's changing.
Yeah, it changes all the time.
Yeah, it changes. So this like
injuries. Referee was terrible. Referee Saturday cost us the game.
I didn't even notice the referee yesterday until after the game. I was like, "Oh, the referee was horrible." No, it was just a contested game. It was a contested game that we threw away. That's the difference. Nah.
I mean, before we get out, guys, because it's like what 2 hours and 45 minutes. 2 hours and 45 minutes.
I was only supposed to do up until 11.
Oh, you're a superstar, Arron. You're a superstar. Big up the chat, guys.
It's
Big
easy,
up the
isn't
chat.
it?
Come
it's
on,
easily done, isn't it? I said, I'll do a cheeky
yeah, but
hour,
it's been awesome, isn't it? And then Matty pops on, and then that's it. That's brilliant. Yeah, no, it's been good.
Man, that's a nice cheeky little surprise for me because I love streaming with you always, man. But I've got less opportunities to stream with Matty. So when I see him pulling up, smiles on my face, man.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Matty's a very busy man. I don't even get to stream with him very much now because you got to get Matty while you can. This man's moving.
In demand.
Man's moving, my friend. He gets around. Bless up to Matty all the time. But no, I mean, it's just it's just worrying, isn't it? That this is, and we keep hearing the squad depth all the time. But he proves that he don't trust the squad depth because he starts with the same players. So although people are saying, "Oh, squad depth," and we've got all this squad, well, the manager don't think so because he don't play Dowman. He don't start with Dowman. Stacker's not been really on form. But he don't bring him off at half time or anything like that, or rest him. He don't bring on Wanyeri. So we hear about all this squad depth, but the manager picks the same 11 all the time. So where are we going with it, Matty? I mean, you know what I mean? And as you said, going into January, those players are going to be having to roll out week in, week out. There's going to be no room for error, is there?
No, it's not going to be in a room for error at all. I mean, starting when we come back off the international break, it's all guns blazing, no pun intended. And so it's time to get down to business. It's time to get down to business. And then once we get into next year, January, February, March, players are going to start thinking about that World Cup coming up in the summer.
Yeah, facts.
And we're going to really start to see some stuff. They're going to start.
Because they'll all want to go to that, especially Odegaard. Norway never qualifies, so he's going to want to go to that.
Yeah. So a lot of tricky spots in the road that we've got to navigate going forward. And so, we'll see. We'll see what we do. They're going to have to win these games. These games like Sunderland, you got to win them. You got to win those type games. You've got to win those games. We've already dropped points with City and Liverpool. And now you drop points with Sunderland. You cannot afford any more slip-ups like that we had yesterday, especially when you're in a winning position. We got to go get maximum points. Every game, I will say it again to DJB, every game this season from here out is a cup final. It doesn't matter what the team is. It doesn't matter who the team is. Every game is a cup final. If we end up dropping that game against Bayern Munich, and then we mess around here and goof off with Club Brugge, then guess what? Now you're having another discussion about the Champions League, because it doesn't take that much for that to shift around. And now you're talking about playoffs and stuff like that. We still got to go to Inter Milan. Well, how did we do with Inter Milan last year? We went there to play what we normally play this year with Inter Milan, and what happened? Brushed aside. So, I mean, we've got to get ready to go into the next phase of this season, and we've got to find ways to win games. 3 points maximum. We need a nice 8-9 game run.
Yeah, 100%. I just want to see better performances. I just want to see us play for 90 minutes. I just want to, even if you get 85 minutes of absolute top draw football, like we were playing, I don't want to see little sort of 10, 15-minute spells where we're I
think that's who we are, JB. I think that's who we are. And I think it's not changing. I don't see that changing.
No.
Much as we would love to see the brand of football we played in the 8-point year, I don't think we're going to see that again on this manager. He's too shell-shocked to do that. He doesn't want to do that again.
What's going to happen with Odegaard and Kai Havertz then? Can you see Odegaard coming in? Because I can see Odegaard. Honestly, I can see Odegaard coming in. If he does come in, Arron, where's Eze going to play? Because I don't think he's done enough to. I don't even think he's done enough to shift Trossard.
Mate, honestly, look, Havertz and Odegaard coming back is a headache. It's a headache because we know both of them ain't good enough, hence why we've replaced both of them. But he'll shoehorn them in. Havertz is the biggest worry because if he's not going to shoehorn him or start him over Gyökeres up top, where's he going to play him? Because he's going to play him. Is he going to play him in Odegaard's position, right eight, left eight, left wing?
It's going to upset the team.
That's what I mean. If he shoehorns Kai Havertz in, you've destroyed a couple of positions just in itself because he shouldn't be playing. And wherever he's playing, I mean, he's just not good enough, is he? And my worry is he's just going to squeeze him in Aston Villa settings. He doesn't learn. He signed him as a midfielder. He wasn't working. They moved him up top. It was somewhat working. And guess what? It comes to the Aston Villa game and he thinks, do you know what I'm going to do? Yeah. I'll tell you what. I'll go back to that, play him in midfield, Havertz. You know, the position where he was absolutely shocking at. Like to play him up top. I'll play him there again. And look what happened. It cost us a league. It's worrying because we've got evidence over years that this manager doesn't learn his lesson. Havertz is a pain in the arse. Odegaard, it's a pain. There's a reason why we bought Eze. There's a reason why we bought Gyökeres, because they ain't good enough. It's as simple as that.
Exactly.
I just feel like, and again, I'll keep going to what Matty said. He's just going to revert back to what he knows.
Yep.
And that's even more worrying because what he knows ain't good enough.
Yep.
Crazy. Well, we will see. All I know is November is massive. After this international break, enjoy it, people. Enjoy it, the chat, because after the international break, that's when it starts. The season hasn't started yet. I'm sorry, it hasn't started yet. For me, it starts November, December, where we are Christmas. I saw a Man City side today making a statement.
Yep. That was a statement Wednesday.
Making a statement. Men like Doku and all of that, they were Foden, they were making a statement. They've turned round, and with that win, they've gone, all right, Arsenal, we've heard all your clean sheets. We've heard everything about you. We've been listening to your fan base and everything else. Well, I'm telling you now, we've been there and done it, won it, worn the T-shirt, and we've just demolished the champions of England. So we're here. And you've got to come to the Etihad you've got to come to the Etihad at the back end of the season. And that's how it is, people. So it's all coming up. But Arron, what you got? I know we got our OGs, haven't we, tomorrow?
Yeah, we got that tomorrow.
Or today?
Well, yeah, or today. Yeah, we got that later. We should say, yeah, we got that, and then a call in on Friday, and then I'll just be jumping around from people's channels in the week, I'm sure.
Yeah, big up, man.
No, cheers for having me on, man. And
it's been amazing. It's been a really good sit-back session tonight. It's been really, really good. As I said, we just want the best for our football club. We want Arsenal to keep winning, but there's little things there that's still niggling, and it's not going to go away, man. It's not going to go away. It's going to be
until
difficult.
we win something big.
Yeah, until you win something. Yeah, until you win something. And all we've been saying is these people that have been getting overexcited and coming out with these ridiculous statements, just keep your feet on the ground. There's a long way to go. The season weren't won in October. It's not won in November. It's definitely never been won in January. In all the years I've been watching football, I've never known a team to win it in January. There's injuries to deal with, suspensions to deal with, long way to go. And the frightening thing is we've got a manager that hasn't been there and done it yet. So the question marks are still there. Matty, what you got coming up, mate? I know you're busy and everything else. Thank you what I want to say is thank you both very, very much from the bottom of my heart for jumping on tonight and all your time. It's been an absolute amazing. Big up the chat. Make sure that you are subbing to these guys. Arron, shout your channel out before you go, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Arron Talks Arsenal. Yeah, come
Arron
on.
Talks
You
Arsenal.
guys know. Jump over and make sure you're there with DJB, with Shane, and of course Normski on Monday. Come on, man.
Yeah, come on. Southern, what you got coming up, my friend?
Yeah, man. We're going to be up tomorrow together for the Real Talk podcast tomorrow over on Lee. So we'll be on with that, and then I'll try to link up with Shane. I owe Shane a little time here, man. I've been trying to get with Shane, but I've been working, so we'll probably try to get something scheduled this week at some point.
Yeah, so, cool. Yeah, we got the 6:00 show, haven't we?
Yep. So
Lee, Kenny, Jez. We got that, and then I got the OGs. Yeah. So chat. Make sure you sub. Make sure smash a like on this, please, guys. That'll really help us all out. Does help us all out. Thanks everyone for joining us. Come on, you Gunners. We'll keep it going the best we can. And big up to everyone. Take care.
Cheers.
We're out.